get this party started, shall we?
I just clicked on the wrong roll 20 like 5 times in a row.
Whoops.
Every time I loaded in, I was like, what is this?
This isn't Candlekeep.
Yeah, I was like, where is Candlekeep at?
All right, well, last time you guys did indeed make your way from the city of Baldur's Gate over to Candlekeep in attempting to investigate what had happened to the city of El Terrell. You came with a shield and a infernal puzzle box, hoping that an infernal's expert that was at Candlekeep could help you out. And you met a nice tiefling woman by the name of Silvira, who was able to give you a whole ton of information really late at night. So feel free to ask me any questions as you guys awake in Candlekeep this morning. But you guys got all the info. You found out that essentially, to make a long story short, the leader of El Terrell had made an infernal pact with the Archdevil Zariel, who was formerly an archangel, but had been defeated and turned by Asmodeus, Lord of the Nine Hells.
I can ask her any question?
Well, as you guys wake up the next morning, I imagine you guys are going to, at some point, go and see her, because she is going to secure you transport to the person who can teleport you, essentially, to the
out of character dungeon master
yes.
Test prep question. No way you prepped her measurements, though.
No.
I knew it. I'm not asking that in character, though.
Yeah. No, I don't have her measurements here. I would have to make them up on the fly. And I'm bad at that because I don't really know female measurements off the top of my head.
Me neither.
Well, let's go.
Hope everybody slept well.
I slept fantastically. The beds here are great.
I think I need to sleep in a bed more often.
That's because you're not hard enough, Uldrar.
I thought of a really important question though last night, guys. Does anyone know like how many of those like spirit coin things it takes to go like let's say like a kilometer?
Soul consumption.
Miles per soul.
Yeah.
Man, this one's a real soul guzzler.
Yeah, like I would appreciate if it's cool with y'all, like I would rather have like a
climate change.
I would rather have like a worse boat, you know what I'm saying? As long as like it's got good soul mileage. Or else I'd really feel like I'm wasting my life.
Good adventuring party name, by the way. Soul mileage.
Well, maybe we, let's
Are we? Well, the real question: Isn't it better to release the souls from the coins?
Oh, they're just good.
That's not how it works.
No, see, that's a good point. She said in a way that we would be helping them, but the more soul coins that we use, the more that are out of the market, and the more the devils are going to need to make more. So they're going to trick even more people into selling their souls. I think.
But we release the ones that we use, right? Isn't that?
Well, yeah, but if...
Yes, when you use a soul coin, the soul gets released into whatever afterlife they were meant.
Yeah, but she said that there's no definitive way, like, that we know they're even conscious or anything right now. So they're just dead either way. Can we form a full soul if we have all the soul coins that came from the soul?
Well, how many souls does it take to make?
I assumed it was one soul to one coin. Was what I assumed.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's the exchange rate.
Wow. In that case, I don't think I feel comfortable in this vehicle anymore.
Oh, we're at least those are getting released, right?
Supply and demand, Ezra. The more we use, the more they need to make.
Oh, we'll have to exceed. We'll have to use them faster than they make them.
You are # part of the problem.
Well, let's go. I think I'm ready to go. I think. we're ready
Yeah,
to
I
go.
don't think I'm gonna like any of the answers to the question I was gonna ask her about the souls, so I'm just gonna skip it.
probably a
Introspection is not going to
lose-lose.
lead good
Yeah.
places.
It's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ignorance is bliss. Not.
Well, as you wake up in the morning and you start to get ready, you guys realize this is probably going to be your last opportunity to be here in any kind of relevant civilization type scenario here on the mortal plane before you guys make this trip. So if there's anything else that you guys want to pick up or try to get your hands on before you run out the door here, now's the time. If there's any additional research you guys want to do, you guys are in probably the world's greatest library.
I guess I just have one question, which is like, are there any tradable resources? I mean, like, gold probably doesn't mean a whole lot. And so is there anything we could like arbitrage easily in?
If I remember right, they already answered that question. Anything that can be used for war against demons, or anything that can be used to trick demons into giving out their souls.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So actually, devils do have have value for gold and things of general value like gemstones and stuff like that, because they can use that to tempt mortal souls into service. Essentially, the more they have of those things, the better it is for them for their blood war.
Yeah, I'm just looking at like, how much money I have and just thinking, okay, is this going to have, how much utility is this going to have? Obviously, in character, Tim would still kind of, value that, but also recognizing that converting some of that into a resource that might be more directly useful beyond just like more healing potions.
How much would a soul coin cost? Let's say the human realm. Let's say human somehow gets, or a person.
Yeah, I just don't think we can
or-
buy it here. That's why I'm thinking like we need basically a commodity of some
Yes.
sort. Obviously, we can still do coins, but
We could probably just offer up our services to go kill some demons, and they would just pay us.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you guys feel comfortable with that, I just thought that if there's anything else.
Isn't that the same thing we do here?
I
Go
could give
adventuring?
them my writ to access Baldur's Gate, no questions asked. I'm sure they'd really
man.
appreciate that. On second thought, that's probably a bad idea, huh?
By the way, no
That's probably the worst
recruiting.
idea ever.
No recruiting people to come with us in Avernus.
Why?
Yes.
I think it should be a standing rule.
Wait, but why? The person that just helped us was in Avernus for a very long time.
Yeah, but didn't live there.
Yes, she did.
Well, not on purpose. Like that's where she wants to be.
No, she lived there for a long time.
Well, let's not try and invite demons or devils into our party. How about that?
There we go.
That sounds a little racist.
Right?
It is, and I will stick to that.
Well, as long as you know, then I guess I can't change your mind.
So, anything else we need to get?
Well, I think didn't we get everything yesterday?
All I
we bought a
know
bunch
is
of
that I'm
potions.
glad that's clipped, so if one of us dies there and we have to come back with a remade devil, we're gonna have a lot of problems.
We will. All right then, let's just go then.
All right.
I'm good. Or just Tim?
Yep.
I'm ready.
Nope, I'm all set. Let's
All right,
go.
so you guys make your way back up the tower into Silvira's room, and she then greets you warmly and says that she's going to take you to go ahead and make your way out to one of the floating Archmage towers. She then leads you to a separate landing within Candlekeep. And you guys, by the way, throughout the here, I'm actually going to give you guys the Candlekeep visual again. You guys have seen occasionally griffins that do fly in and around the city, but also that have flown in, and you've seen them flying away from one of the towers. So you would imagine that they are actually leading you to one of these locations here in Candlekeep. Let's see. You guys were also given the poster map of Avernus, if I am correct, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you guys have that already.
We actually drew our own.
Ah, yes, I drew one. I still have it. Don't worry. It looks good.
Just love this image of this like hulking blue dragonborn, like hunched over, scrawling out this map.
Right.
It's just
All right. So you guys, there is a little, it's kind of like an archway opening on the side of the wall. You guys kind of look over, and you can actually see out into the rest of the city. It looks like this is facing to the northeastern portion of the town, and it looks like you're pretty high up. But you also see, and there are several pens, like comfortable little stations for what look like these large winged beasts that are not super common, but you guys would have certainly seen a griffin before. Large, with it looks like a strong looking mount with wings. Let's see. I believe do I really not have a griffin handout here? Oh, bummer.
I like griffins. They're cute.
Okay, we can find it.
If you enter their pens through a door, it's a griffin door, right?
Oh my.
If you're a snake
There we go. There's
and
your
you
griffin.
enter, if you're a snake and you enter in through the griffin's door, which is a griffin door, then you could say you're Slytherin Gryffindor.
Or Slytherin in.
But yeah, basically it's basically like a cross between an eagle and a lion. Eagle front half, lion back half. Very interesting. These ones have saddles though. And she kind of looks amongst you and says, okay, well, how many griffins do we believe we're going to need?
It says they eat horses.
I just saw that.
What the heck?
They certainly can.
No, it says that's their like natural prey that they hunt. Herd
Well, they want to
animals
be
and
they want to
horses.
be the only mountain town, It's a supply and demand thing.
Well, there's 6 of us, so. Or actually, Harry, you're going on Broom?
I totally
I don't
did
know
have
how
a griffin.
fast those things
handout.
are, but
Just didn't see it.
yeah, like we could always, if you're too fast, we just take a leisurely pace or tie a rope around the broom, and one of you know how it is.
So yeah, the griffin is a large creature, so you could probably have 2 lighter medium creatures on one. I would say Oljar is probably gonna have to have his own griffin.
I am carrying 2 barrels of ale on my back.
I thought you guys decided to put that in the extra dimensional space.
I
Oh,
put
oh,
mine in.
Harry.
I
extra
put mine
griffin
in there.
just for the ale. The ale griffin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually can't fit in my extra dimensional space all the barrels that we have.
All right.
So I only put mine in there.
They can supply you with a pack griffin.
You've answered that old question of why didn't the hobbits just ride straight
Right.
to Mordor? Because they couldn't take their ale with them.
They needed
On-
enough food
on
to
the
have
Eagle.
7 meals a day.
Whoops.
Imagine that griffin is rolling his eyes, as you know.
So it's kind of going
brother,
like, more goddamn halfling.
carrying ale.
So everything gets packed up, and the griffins that you guys are now riding, except for Harry's on the broom, kind of start to walk towards the opening, and your guys' heart starts to beat a little bit. I think I would guess that most of you have probably never ridden on a griffin before, but you do go ahead and just grip on tight as as they each take one big leap out and start to float down a little bit before their wings open up and right themselves. And before you know it, you are flying through the air.
And animal handling checks if you fall down. Before
No,
we take
no,
off?
these are
Oh.
well-trained creatures. Easy enough
Oh, for
to
us.
easy enough for you guys to just hold on and it is a little bit of an experience, certainly. And actually, I forgot, you guys also have Rhea and Mateo, so they would also be sharing a.
Oh
sharing
yeah,
a
I'm
griffin.
sure Mateo loves that.
Probably. Mateo's up front, you know.
Tim looks on jealously.
Yeah, I kind of look towards him. I'm like,
Tim's stuck with Ezra over here.
Harry remains completely oblivious to the fact that either one of them like Rhea.
Hey, look, I mean, I'm almost 300 years old. I move slow, okay?
So you're going after a
This
kid,
is-
basically, Heard.
It's-
Hail Rex.
Interspecies is a whole thing.
Yeah,
And
I'm
yes,
sure a
it
lot
is
of people-
complicated.
have you guys ever heard of the Harklin rule?
No.
Mm-mm.
I'll post it up.
She's 18. I think.
Oh.
At this point, like, if you're going out and saving your entire city from devils by entering the hell plane, like, you're an adult. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly, you know. Harry, you understand, and I appreciate it. You get me, brother.
Nah, I don't know. I don't think we're on the same page. I was a little more straightforward with my relationship.
Yeah, you just like
Honest.
walked up to a merchant and was like, "Yo," and she's like, "Okay."
I formed
I
that
mean, which again,
relationship over
respect.
months of real life gameplay, Peter.
You're moving blindingly fast.
I think I'd been flirting with her for like a year and 3 months. And then I accidentally married her, so I was oblivious. No, this conversation is getting awkward. We're definitely there yet, right?
Yeah, so you
The
guys.
good thing is that we can't yell all this over the sound of the wind rushing past us,
I-
right?
Oh, I
have
assumed all of this was above game.
I have sending. I can point at you, then I'm
Do
good.
we not
right?
have telepathic adventure
sending.
I can
abilities?
message.
Or yeah, message, not sending. Yeah, I have message. He's got message. He's on your bird. I'm on a stick. You know, we can have a conversation. Yeah, hold jar. What is that?
You guys never heard of the Harkin test? It's from Doctor Who.
It's too low resolution to zoom
Okay.
in.
I mean, all you have to do is just. Well, I guess, yeah, actually, if you open original,
Harken
it'll probably
test.
just make it harder to read.
Yeah.
I'll just Google Harkin test. Harkness test?
Harkness test. Captain Harkness from Doctor Who. A real pioneer in interspecies relations.
So anyway, the griffins do fly you to the southeast a little ways, and you notice they're actually elevating as they fly as well. Occasionally, you go through a little bit of a low-hanging cloud and lose visual for a moment, but eventually you see what looks to be a fairly short, by comparison, mage tower, but it's just floating on an errant rock, just in the middle of the air. There's no connection or anything to it. And it appears as though that is where they are leading you. Eventually, as you draw closer and closer, you see a small opening near the top of the tower. And it looks like it's actually a domed top with multiple openings on each side. And the griffins start to slow a little bit as you approach. And eventually they do land safely there, where it looks like there is a griffin keeper that is there to receive the griffins. And they all look a little, especially the one who was carrying all of your stuff, lagging a little behind, but does look a little tired. But it does look as though they have places for the griffins to rest. And he starts to unsaddle all of the stuff for you, and said that the griffin keeper there says, "Welcome. The Archmage is 2 floors down. They said we were expecting visitors today. If you'd like, we'll start to get everything unpacked. If you'd like to go down and speak to him."
We shouldn't help with that?
Oh, we can handle it.
Do you get paid to do this?
Of course.
Okay.
I work here for the Archmage as one of the assistants.
Should we tip you?
No, it's perfectly all right.
Are you told to say that as
He's not being mind controlled.
to be like
Are you?
formal? Are we
He
allowed?
exists in capitalism, okay?
Am I allowed to tip you?
I don't think anyone's going to object if you must.
Yeah, take this 299 silver pieces.
Oh my, that's too much, sir. I can't possibly.
Well, I'm not gonna need it where I'm going. If you
Free up carry
find
weight.
some free time, like a month from now, you can send some mail to the Daggerhop residence in Phandelver, saying that Harry Daggerhop III is doing fantastic.
Oh, you were gonna say Harry Daggerhop was in hell.
No, I don't think that'll translate super well.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be doing fantastic in hell, or I'm gonna be dead.
Ah. Well,
just
you
go
say
with that.
fantastically in hell.
Well, it sounds a little aggressive.
How? You're
Like
it's
if you
fantastic and
feel
you're in
like
hell.
that's too much, just send my wife a message a couple months from now saying that I'm doing great and that I miss her. And if not, no big deal. Just keep it.
I don't know. I think it's a good idea to tell her that you're going to hell, Harry. You gotta have communication between your partners.
I already told that other guy to tell her I'm going to hell.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you weren't even there for that. That's my bad. I paid for some research and development for a new magic item that I thought would have been really useful in hell. I call it the Daggerhop Globe.
What does
It has
it do?
nothing to do with what it does. It keeps the temperature in a short vicinity to the globe at a relatively cool or relatively warm ambient, so it's comfortable. I felt like we could have used a nice cooling device in our heat-resistant tent, but they said that doesn't exist. So I paid them an immovable rod to get to work on that.
Soon the Daggerhop globe will be found in every home from the western shores to...
Yeah, low key, like above game. Jay probably just let me design one of the most lucrative magic items to ever exist.
Yeah.
And I didn't even ask them to give me a percentage of money on ones they sell. I just said, you can make as many as you want as long as you say it's from me.
Yeah,
Thus-
you get the name brand recognition, but they make all the gold.
Yeah, I said, as long as you make me one that works, send it to my wife, tell her I'm okay, then you can just make as many as you want.
Doesn't
I
have a
assume-
mind for business, this rabbit.
Yeah, I assume those terms are negotiable in the future, but I'm not going to negotiate them. But it would be cool to go back to, like, Neverwinter a year or two from now, the end of this
Everybody's got
campaign, and everyone's got one, and I introduce myself at a store. I'm like, I'm Harry Daggerhop III. And they're like, oh, excuse me, sir. Oh, I didn't know it was you, the famous inventor of the Daggerhop globe. And I'll just be sitting there like, what?
There's so many heat globes in the city now that they call it, instead of Neverwinter, they call it Ever Melted.
They call it relatively warm. Sometimes a little cooler.
All right, so as you guys go ahead and get started unpacking the griffins, you guys head down the stairs, spiral staircase that leads down a couple of floors. And as you start to go down, you start to hear some clanging, some shifting, and you start to hear little claws that appear to be scurrying around below. Eventually, the stairs open up into a small laboratory-style space. You see several books, several like bookshelves on the walls. You see a couple different like table spaces that are scattered with different odds and ends. And eventually, you see what looks to be an otter that is scurrying about, muttering to himself.
I've never seen something odder.
Tim is intrigued and would like to go and speak to this
And from the
being.
Discord.
Oh yes, hello. I was told
Howdy.
to expect visitors today. I am Archmage Traxigor.
A pleasure to meet you, sir.
You see this small little otter that is in a
Tim
red cloak.
bows lower than he has bowed to any other person. He goes down to one knee. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. High Mage Traxigor.
Well, thank you very much. And he turns and says, "Lulu, wake up! We've got the visitors that were coming." And you start to hear a little bit of shifting behind one of the tables, and you see there's a little makeshift bed, like bedding area that's like in a little wicker basket. And from under the covers, you see a small snout. Trunk actually as it starts to poke out. It looks elephantine in design, but it's small, and you actually see small tusks start to emerge as this small cream-colored creature starts to climb out, and then you see wings pop up from behind it. As the wings start to flutter, you see a small creature start to flutter up and fly towards you.
Oh, it's precious.
I never seen this type of creature before. What is it?
If you all would like, you can go ahead and make a nature check or an arcana check. Either one would be reasonable.
I'm super smart. Oh yeah, we called that one.
What's it called, Harry?
With an 18, you actually do not know. But Harry, you have heard of these creatures before. Your Fey knowledge kind of aiding you in this endeavor. This is a Holyphant. They're very rare creatures, especially on this plane. Holyphants are gentle, stalwart creatures that are native to the upper planes. Good aligned deities and angels use them as messengers and helpers. And Holyphants treasure friendship and honesty.
Yeah, my mom was friends with one. They used to go bowling.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Really? These things.
Was it with very tiny balls?
No, what do you... Balls? What? No, bowling is where you go carve bowls for the community.
Wait, what?
Honestly, that makes more sense.
Can I
What are you
ask?
talking about, Tim?
Oh, I was thinking of bocce, which is it's an elven thing that we play on the large grasslands, which because they're so flat are very conducive to rolling balls and trying to get them close to each other. So
There was a lot of
just a
hills.
miscommunication there.
Yeah, there's a lot of hills in my top of the woods.
I'd like to ask the Archmage about his Oliphant friend.
Oh yes, this is Lulu. She's been helping me out here around the laboratory for a while. She's quite knowledgeable about certain arcane facets, so she's been helpful in my studies. But originally, she was being cared after by the lovely lady that sent you here, Silvira. But it turns out she and her familiar didn't get along very well.
Oh.
So
Makes sense.
Silvira thought maybe she could be more use here.
Who wouldn't get along with such a sweet, adorable, intelligent creature?
A double?
Does she speak or does she understand?
You see Lulu brighten up as Harry says this, and a big smile comes across her face. And you don't so much. You don't see her mouth moving. You don't like hear it with your. Well, you do hear it with your ears, but you don't really. You hear more like a sound of a voice emanating from this creature rather than coming directly from the mouth. You hear, "Well, thank you very much."
So I'll ask, will you be helping us make this trip?
Yeah, I think we had one question to ask before we go. How do you think we should get back?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I show you guys Lulu?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said,
Oh, I see.
it's adorable.
I'm actually going to give you guys access to Lulu's character. Well, let's see.
She's a CR20. Easily.
Could murder our
Never
whole
mind.
party.
I'm gonna keep control of her character sheet for now. But
She's a CR20.
Is a minor deity.
he's like, yes, I was hoping to accompany you on your trip. I'd like to figure out what happened to my friend Zariel.
We'd love company.
Wait, who? Wait, who's your friend?
Lulu wants to come with.
Zariel, Lord of Avernus?
Well, she's Lord of Avernus now, but she used to be a good friend of mine back when she was an archangel.
Oh, well,
That must be hard.
But I've forgotten what happened.
Oh.
Something happened to me when she was apparently defeated in Avernus, and I can't remember.
Well, Lulu, I don't think there's a problem taking you, but I will just throw this out on a limb here, and people and creatures of sentience do change over time. So it's possible that nothing happened to your friend. I don't personally think there's anything wrong with being an archdevil. That's just a natural being, a creature that's necessary to order. But would you be able to come to terms with the fact that it's possible your friend chose this path herself? If that's what did happen?
That's the truth. Then certainly.
Okay, great. Let's go. I mean, yeah, Oldjar, what do you think?
Well, she's not a devil and she's not a demon. I guess she can join us.
Yay! I
And
like Lulu.
and so as the Archmage turns and says, "Well, I was preparing to send you all to Avernus. I do have the spell Plane Shift prepared to take you there. I only have enough casting for 2, though. I can take you there and then bring myself back. But first, I need to find an item. I've never been there myself, but long ago, Silvira had sent over a tuning fork that is attuned to the plane, and I've been looking around for it. Would you all help me in searching for it?"
Yeah, sure.
All right, and I'll have you all make an investigation check as you start to help the Archmage search through his laboratory.
I would like to guide myself, because I only believe in myself.
And you know what? I will use bolstering magic on I think on Ezra. I think he has a good.
Which
He has a
one?
good mind for it.
Investigation? Did you say investigation?
Yep, investigation check.
I don't have that great.
Do a D3 on top of that.
E3?
Yes.
I got an 18.
I don't know what a D3 is. How do you do a D3?
You actually just gotta keep looking until someone gets to
Oh,
25.
/roll space D3.
Yeah.
Oh.
Space 1d3 or?
Tim is so
Oh.
fascinated with the Archmage that he has totally forgotten about Rhea for the moment.
Does an 18 work?
I'm also a sage, so that helps dig around. I, have a good eye for finding things
Got a good eye for force.
in such places.
Well, I have a question. Why is Archmage Traxigor an otter?
You just non-stop with the racist comments today, Oldjar.
Well, it's weird, isn't it?
No?
The Archmage would hear you say that and say, "No, that's not an odd question at all. I get that question a lot, actually. It is an odd story.
It's an otter question.
Huh. Yes, I get that joke a lot too. But in fact, once long ago, when I was still a young mage, I had actually been polymorphed into an otter at one point. And I actually found the form rather aesthetically pleasing. I spent an hour scurrying about, not with my own facets. I didn't like having my mental acuity altered, but physically I felt much more true to form, more myself than I'd ever been before for some silly reason. I'm not quite sure why, but I found myself longing to return to that form as soon as I had been changed back into my mortal human form. So I had begun a quest to see if I could figure out a way to return to that form permanently, and I found someone who was able to supply me with a wish spell to make this form permanent, and they granted it to me.
That's a pretty interesting story, honestly.
Meanwhile,
never
while you
heard
guys are
of
searching around Oljar, you actually managed to find the actually Oljar and Ezra. You both actually come across the tuning fork at the same exact time. Meanwhile, Tim, I'm going to have you roll a D100.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Very average.
You come across a dead scarab beetle that is about the size of your hand.
I pick it up and I'd like to inspect it. Very carefully, but you said it's dead, so
It's just a dead scarab beetle, and it looks like it's actually been partially fossilized. It's like old.
may I try to scarab? I mean, can I kind of try to understand something about its nature beyond? Okay, this is probably native to a desert area. So I guess perception
Sure.
or investigation.
Yeah. Well, it probably would be a nature check if you're trying to go for knowledge about it.
Yeah.
You don't
Not very
really
good.
know. You can identify it, but that's about it.
Hey guys, this is and like, is there anything to the context in which I'm finding it? I mean, that seems this isn't in the curio cabinet. This is something I just found, right? That's kind of odd.
Yeah, the Archmage would turn and say, "Oh yes, I had recently acquired an interesting item. It was sort of akin to one of those." And he points to your guys' bag of holding. He says it was more like a pouch, though. It was a very small thing, and I had been pulling things from it. It appears that it so far just has random trinkets. If you'd like, you can certainly keep it. I don't have any use for it.
Thank you, sir. That is most appreciated. May I try to draw something out of it, and just see?
What do you mean?
You said there's a pouch. Or he's not giving me the pouch. He's just giving me the scarab.
No, just the scarab beetle.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Oh, thank you. That's interesting.
The
Is it
person who
possible I
gets the
could, like...
lowest investigation gets to find a random trinket.
Oh, okay.
And you roll this
Got it.
dead scarab beetle.
Sick. I am reading way too much into this.
Yes,
So,
you certainly are.
that is exactly what Tim would have done. So, +1 for roleplay. Thank you. I'm muting myself now.
Some of these trinkets, by the way, on the trinket table are very strange. An
You pull a
invitation
red
to
herring out of the bag.
an invitation to a party where a murder happened. Like, what kind of trinket is that?
How
Yeah.
don't you think a lot of these books are written while, like, the people writing them are a little bit buzzed?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
Anyway, so you find the tuning fork, and he says, "Ah, well, thank you. I believe your stuff was being packed up top, unpacked from the griffins. Yes. Perhaps we can get everything ready to go, and we'll all need to be huddled close together for this spell. But whenever you're ready, I can transport us all to."
Ezra had a good question. How do we get back?
I think he said Lulu can take us back.
No, Lulu currently doesn't appear to have any relevant spellcasting that we've noted. There are certain things that she can do with her holy trunk, but currently she doesn't appear to have that capacity. But do any of you have the ability to send messages via arcane means, such as the sending spell?
Nope.
We have them. Yeah, not the sending spell. Message, but that's...
Well, yes, that's not quite going to do it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Could we get maybe what's it called?
Sending
Sing a
stone.
really powerful rock song.
Or
Might
no,
open
what's
the
the other
gates
one
to
called?
hell.
Not Sunny Scroll, maybe? Is it possible?
I could supply you with a sending scroll, I suppose. I
Well,
have a couple
we'll
of
pay-
those handy.
Yeah, we'll pay you back when we come back.
Okay, that sounds like a
If,
good deal. If you
you want-
cast sending to me, if I still have the means that day and have it ready, I can attempt to phase shift to wherever you are if you describe it well. It can be a little tricky. It's best if you arrange for me to phase shift into a location that I've already been in the plane that we're going.
Do you have a list of the places you've been?
Oh well, I've never been to Avernus itself.
So basically, where
that's
we
why I need the
teleport
tuning
right
fork.
now.
Yeah, that would be good if you could make it back to where essentially I'm dropping you off. Then I should be able to make it there with pretty decent reliability.
Okay. That's
And
reasonable.
and then again would have the ability to cast the spell again to bring you back. But if anything, warning is welcomed. If you can tell me ahead of time when you need to be picked up, it's better than it being sudden, because I may not be able
versus we're surrounded by 80 creatures and need to go home now.
Oh, well, I mean, in an emergency situation, you can certainly attempt, and I'll do everything I can to aid. But I must admit, I have no desire to stay in Avernus. That place
Neither do we.
sounds horrible, and as much as I feel for the people in Elturel, I'm glad to aid you all in getting there. I don't feel as though it's my responsibility to take on this task.
That's pretty reasonable,
Well,
honestly.
It is. Well, thank you for helping us either way.
Absolutely, and so all of your stuff is prepared. Lulu also floats nearby as you all get ready, and essentially you form a small circle with all of your belongings and everything around this small robed otter, and you see him begin to cast an unfamiliar spell to all of you. He uses the tuning fork as he sort of waves it around, making sort of a sigil pattern in the air as he casts the spell. And then everything goes white. And suddenly a hot, stinging air assaults your senses. In the street in which you stand is lined with buildings that are crumbling, if not already collapsed. The ground shudders beneath your feet, and in the red, smoky sky, a 400-foot diameter sphere of darkness discharges stokes of bluish-white lightning that strike the city in irregular intervals, almost like it's a constant lightning storm. Perched atop a distant bluff overlooking the rest of the city is a crumbled fortress, mostly whole, but slowly appears to be crumbling on the sides.
Have we arrived?
I think so.
Huh. Thought it was gonna look more red.
I mean, there's a giant sphere causing a lightning storm constantly. That's a little devil-like.
Was it Rhea that's been here before?
No,
No, I think
wait.
it was the Archmage,
Oh, the Archmage had been there before.
Silvira.
Well,
Does anyone here have any sense of what we're looking at? Lulu?
Well,
Rhea?
on that map, we were pointed out by the map, and someone said it, I think, about a magical demon zapper.
Oh, right, in the middle.
Is that possibly? Are we? Are we? Wait, are we in Elturel?
Maybe.
Fantastic! We did it.
Yes,
think
you
this is-
have arrived. It does appear as though you've arrived in Elturel, and Rhea says, yes, we are. It appears as though we're in the western portion of the city.
There's lakes of fire in Elturel now. That's not good.
Eltro. Are we like?
Where on this map are we?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah,
Do we know?
that's fair. You guys are right there.
Okay, so I shouldn't immediately try to jump over that gap. Okay.
Well, this is a very large city.
Actually, yeah, I didn't realize those are houses next to us. Those
Yes.
are entire buildings.
Man, they didn't sign up for this.
Well, should we first search? Where do you want to go look for it? Town's guard or go to the mayor or?
How
Okay.
about we get a bird's eye view? Yup, uppa.
Watch out, there might be flying demons. Or devils.
You actually mentioned that.
Oh shit.
It's funny you mentioned that because as you start to brandish your broom and start to think about going upward, you do see some sort of devilish looking flying creature that goes by not above you, but probably a couple hundred feet to the south above where you are. And I actually need to refresh real quick. Sorry, one moment.
How long has Elturel been down here again, guys?
Is it like a year or something like
It's been
that?
a couple of months at this point.
A couple months.
What would you say like the food supply looked like last time you were in Elturel?
I mean, it was a well-stocked city.
Can I get like a more like date-oriented guesstimation? Like,
Well,
a
at
few
first,
months?
is there any people?
It's a
out
lot
here?
of destroyed buildings. I guess we could knock on one of the less destroyed ones.
Bet the real estate prices have really dropped.
Probably have. Yeah, I guess Harry, you can buy a place here for.
There you go. Honey, guess what?
I'm debating on whether or not to give you guys the overall visual from the outside perspective. I guess you guys wouldn't have that right now.
It's
So
better.
what
like,
I'm gonna
Does-
do-
I mean, it does look like not all the buildings are destroyed.
Let's see. I want
How about-
to at least give you.
So I'm
Um,
imagining there's people alive here.
well, if they're hungry,
It would
and
be
they
kind of
haven't.
silly campaign if everyone here is dead.
That's true. Or if they're turned to devils or demons. Or
Devils are people too. Damn it, old
Or-
jar.
this is what you're seeing up in the sky.
That
Wow.
sounds kind of like the demon zapper. Either that or the friendly companion.
It's like the portal maybe the city came through.
That
Could be the companion.
that looks exactly the opposite of what the companion once was.
That would make a lot of sense, actually, because
Hmm.
this plane seems really like the opposite of the one we were just on.
well, before we go, and I think we should move quietly. We don't know
As
what
you
other
say that,
enemies.
Harry's knocking on this house's door right
Mm.
here.
Didn't Rhea live here?
Yes,
Yes.
she could take us around,
true.
but we don't know what might happen to the people or if there are any
Right.
left. So it's better for us to just maybe head to the guards or even the mayor's house or anybody of authority. What do you
So
guys
I
think?
shouldn't just knock on this door? And you look at me and I'm
No,
standing right in front of a door.
no, you shouldn't, Harry.
Are you
At least
sure? What
not
if there's
now.
people in here who need hope?
Well,
Hope or help?
let's find out what's happening here first before we
Yes.
start knocking on doors.
Well, I was gonna ask them if they're still alive.
Rhea points across the way, across the city. You guys see up on a hill that crumbling fortress. She says, "That's the High Hall. I imagine that many people would have fled to the High Hall if anything bad had happened. That might be the first place we want to go to."
All right then. Then we
Looks
go
a
to
little
High Hall.
crumbly.
Well, it looks the fortress itself looks intact. It's some of the outer walls that look like they may have been damaged in the and you look around the city. There are many buildings that are crumbling, and as you mentioned, the first thing you notice as you've teleported here is the general rise in heat. It's very uncomfortable. It's not necessarily taking damage or anything. Which, by the way,
Can any
Traxidar looks very uncomfortably up at the companion for probably about 5 seconds and says, "Well, I bid you all good luck." And
luck?
All right, man. We'll be at High Hall if we ask for you to come get us.
and he had, by the way, given you the scroll of sending, so feel free
Thank
to
you.
add that to your inventory, whoever wants to have that. But he does go ahead, and you see him cast that same spell without the pitchfork, without the tuning fork this time.
Someone with room in one of their bags.
And he teleports away.
I'll take it. Scroll of sending.
Just don't get hit by like anything too crazy that might break it.
How much does it weigh? Well,
Negligible.
okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Let me see. I have a scroll. My writ and my keyring both don't weigh anything.
Okay, so it's negligible then. All right then. Let's try to sneakily get to High Hall.
Shouldn't I just fly over there real quick?
No, Harry, we don't
Let's
want
stay
any.
together. Stay
Yes.
together here.
Unless you want to become or
This isn't a safe place.
yeah.
So as you
Alright.
guys start to move around the corner of one of these still standing structures, you actually see a woman run by with 2 toddlers, one in each arm. In her wake amble 3 infernal monsters with glaives and snake-like beards. The fiends are laughing darkly.
Well,
Can I cast
here
Eldritch
goes my.
Here we are.
I cast. I throw
Eldritch
my
Blast?
javelin, and here goes my lightning. I guess. How far are they?
They're not insanely far. It's probably like 30 or 40 feet in front of you.
Oh, easy. So I guess we're fighting our way through again.
That's
I guess we're gonna have to clear the entire city and just stay here because it doesn't look like the guards are keeping on top of things.
That's true.
Maybe the
Well-
guards are dead.
That also might be true.
Well, we gotta protect that family, don't we?
Yes, we do.
I feel like agonizing blast is what they want. They seem to enjoy agony.
this is true.
Well,
I've got a
We'll find out.
conundrum of which spell to cast.
Just
Let's
cast the
find out.
most. You know, Harry, cast the one that's most appropriate. Or ironic.
Cast the one that's the most ironic.
Yes.
Did they turn the corner already? I gotta go run over there, I guess, and turn the corner with them.
Don't we want to like do this quietly?
Nope, this spell's not quiet.
I mean, I could just
Where did
shoot
my map
him.
go? That's weird.
Yeah,
I'm gonna cast Fireball.
Wait, are you gonna hit the kids?
No, I'm not.
There we are.
Alright, I guess
Are
Harry's
you
gonna
sure you don't
cast.
want to try to do this quietly?
You know what? We see any devil, we'll just kill him.
Well, I mean,
That-
we're just trying to save the kid, the family, right? So
That's
there's no
true.
reason why we couldn't do this somewhat stealthily, like things that make loud noises, or like use radiant, or like.
I don't have a single attack that doesn't make noise, Tim.
Alright.
I don't know how you haven't heard all these agonizing blasts, but like the best I could do is like touch one of them with my hand and shock
So
them.
what I'm saying is, I could, like, do you want us to take a whack at it first, or?
Yeah, sure. Why don't we discuss the semantics of saving the family rather than saving them? Go ahead.
Well, I mean,
Take a crack at it.
they're not actually trying to kill them, right? They're
Yeah, they
devils.
are.
They're probably taking pleasure in keeping them alive. I mean,
I don't
if they
know.
were-
Now we're getting philosophical about whether or not we should kill them.
I'm just gonna
No.
pull out my bow and take shots as soon as that's a thing I can do.
All right. Sorry, I realized I thought I had the map prepared, so I guess I did not. So I am currently in the process of doing that.
I blame El Terrell, honestly.
It could be. There's no El Terrell battle map because there's so many different things that you guys can come across here, but. So you guys are immediately attacking these bearded devils?
Yeah.
Okay. Doable.
Doggone it.
Initiative has failed you again, Timothy. Do I need to put these spells on my spell list from the staff?
If you want to use them, I would.
That's a good point. All right.
All right, Harry. And you, sure enough, you lead it off with an Eldritch Blast.
Nah, we're doing Fireball.
Oh.
You said someone said cast the most ironic spell that I have. All right, Staff of Power will not load. Okay, there we go. I think it's 5th level Fireball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fireball. I'm sure that works fantastically. About the lowest fireball roll I've ever seen. Whoa! What is that?
Alright.
Did the fireball thing go off?
Yeah,
Yes.
it did.
It did.
Nice. So as the explosion happens, you see the mom with her two kids turn in fear, and the bearded devils are suddenly engulfed in this fire. But as the smoke and fire clears from the fireball, it appears as though the devils are unharmed.
Well, wasn't that ironic, Oldjar? I didn't help one bit, and I've alerted them to our presence. All right, someone else's turn.
All right, Rhea will go ahead,
Stand behind Tim, though.
run up, and will attack one of these. 24 definitely hits. Watching. But then it is the bearded devil's turn. Let's see.
Oh, we were a little slow today.
And these two are going to attack Rhea. But both of those miss. The first from the first one, and both of those hit from the second one.
Oof.
This staff has more freaking spell slots than I do.
But she passes on the con saves. And Tim.
All right. So I'm going to see the ones that are attacking Rhea and take an attack.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, for this first one, I think I can use Sharpshooter. And
Yep. Definitely hits. You aiming for the top or the bottom one?
top one.
Okay. So 20 damage?
Yep.
Okay. Big hit. Not a big fan
right.
of that.
All right. Another one, just the same one.
Okay. That also definitely hits.
So just 8 on that one.
All right.
Wow, these guys are tough. And that's it. I guess I'm going to just move a little closer here so that we're fully surrounding this guy. And that's it.
Okay. Mateo will step up and will also take 2 shots at that top one that you had attacked.
There we go, Mateo.
For a total of 27 damage. Well, that one goes down.
Add sneak attack. Dang.
And then he will action surge, shoot the bottom one.
Mateo carrying us again.
Hits with both of those. For 19 damage. Uljar.
All right. I guess I'll attack the one. Actually, I'll attack the one in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
My Morning Star. Twice. All right. 1. Ooh,
Oh,
Nice.
Nice.
Oh!
Wow. Really?
There it is. There it is.
What?
Nice.
Holy
All
moly.
right. Hopefully, I can do a max damage, brutal critical.
Good.
Go.
Goodness gracious.
Lamau.
Yeah.
That one feels bad, but that one feels good.
27 damage. Take a huge chunk out of this one with 2 swings of your Morningstar. Is this by the way, is this a magical?
Yes, it
Morningstar?
is. Yes, it is. It's a silver.
Okay, so it's silvered, but it is not,
It's not
magical.
magical.
Oh, it's not silver. Okay.
But the silvered actually does bypass the resistance for these creatures. So they have resistance from attacks not made with silvered weapons.
At this point, it's magical how useful it is without being magical.
Yes. And then after that, I'll just see. Yeah, I'll just end my turn right now.
Okay, Ezra.
All right. Yeah, I guess I'll attack the guy in front of me.
Okay.
Don't want Ezra, I'll soften him up a little.
Oh,
26 definitely hits. 8.
8. Alright, next attack.
15 also hits.
Let's go. And still up, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Here comes my bonus.
Let him know.
Oh,
misses.
That your
But
longsword's better.
you know what I'm
than
realizing? I did the 4 attacks on Rhea. I did not do this devil's attacks.
Oh yeah.
I just had him move up. I forgot. So he would have attacked Uldr twice.
Yes. Ooh. That's the first one's a hit.
7 piercing and make a con saving throw, which I'm sure he'll make. But... Oh, I jinxed you.
I was like, it's just because you said it.
That's true.
Yep.
You are poisoned.
Poison. Okay.
Which technically means both of those attacks would have been at disadvantage. So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna give him that 7 health back from the crits. They both would have hit, but they would have not been double crits.
Rusty's gonna intercept.
I'm intercepting that one.
Oh, okay.
It's a 1d10 plus 3, I think. Yeah.
Reduce damage.
I guess if you reduce it by all, then I would count it as not hitting at all. So the effects wouldn't...
So there's that, plus 3 is 12, yeah.
Yeah, so you do. You reduce it to 0 damage, and so yeah. Take away that 7. Because you're not poisoned.
Nice.
If it's not going to deal any damage to you, then it doesn't make sense for it to poison you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, anything else for you?
Nope, that's... Oh, Fraser.
It was attacked, yeah, for him.
Okay. Harry.
Let's try this spell that I think I'm in range for. Let me see. Too many spells. This is not.
Harry's
normal
still
for a
figuring out
warlock.
how to use his new shiny staff.
This is not normal for a warlock. I levitate the one in front of Rhea, 20 feet into the air.
Oh, okay. So let's see. It is a non-willing creature, so it makes a con save, DC 15. And it fails. So yeah, it goes up 20 feet.
Fantastic.
And you see it scrambling up there.
That's it. That's all I
Okay.
do.
Rhea will go ahead and run back to this one. Take a swing at it. And hits with an 18 for 13 damage. That's enough to finish it off. And once again, you see the same kind of scenario as before. You see these devils, as they die, they quickly disintegrate into a pile of ashes.
I thought they would like turn. I thought they would turn more into like their.
And this devil that's up in the air, is he allowed to make another con save? Let's see. Creature that succeeds on a con saving throw is ineffective.
It says he can move if he touches fixed objects. So,
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if there's like a house there.
He's gonna go ahead and throw his glaive then down at you, Harry. So he's gonna make an attack with disadvantage. It's already a disadvantage because it's attacking you with your cloak. 21 to hit.
Son of a bitch! Yeah.
7 slashing. And go ahead and make 2 Constitution saving throws. First one will be the concentration check for your levitate spell.
Nah, I'll stop concentrating. Take that 2d6 fall damage, you son of a bitch.
Okay.
And then I'll con save for this.
Just barely made the DC.
Not poisoned!
They'll take 11 falling damage, which is crazy. And then as he hits the ground, he will run 30 feet. And he will now attack you with his beard.
Wait, isn't he prone?
I don't think so.
Let's check. Yeah, yes, he would have been prone. So he gets up and he runs half of his movement.
Nice.
But he is now unarmed. Tim.
All right.
He's unarmed, but not unbearded.
He's not near anybody, so I probably don't get sneak attack on him, right?
That would be true.
Okay.
But yeah, 23 would hit.
Like you needed a sneak attack.
Oh, he's nice.
And yep. It goes down.
And stay down. And then I'm just going to use whatever my movement, I guess, probably like this, to get closer to... Actually, not sure how far they are.
Harry has a terrible thought about his staff of power as he uses half of his charges in one fight. Does this plane have a Dawn?
Yeah, I would just start kind of like, I would put like, sling my bow and kind of put my hands up and start moving towards the family, just kind of, trying to indicate that, hey, we mean you no harm. We're from the material plane.
I think Rhea should be the one that's talked to them. She's the one that is a Hell Rider, right?
The both of you would go up and calm them down and let them know that you're here to help.
I just look like a demon at this point, so...
Do you?
Because you're blurry?
I mean, I have that look in my eyes that I'm, like, ready to just kill you.
Ah.
So I feel like I'm not...
Your eyes are bloodshot, right?
No.
You look like a
I
rabbit.
thought that was like canon for you.
You look like a rabbit. No?
Definitely don't look rabid.
Oh, I thought you did.
Yeah, I thought your bloodshot, well, that was your whole thing. Remember, like, you changed the icon we made?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's
Are
true.
you sure you're not rabid?
Bloodshot doesn't mean rabid, though.
I mean, your eyes look rabid. Not saying you look rabid.
You look like you belong in this plane, kind of. That's kind of what I'm getting at.
I'll take that one. I went through a harrowing event.
All right, so what would you guys like to do next?
Well, I guess we'll ask questions with the lady and her kids.
Well, thank you. Those we had run out of food in our homestead, and we were trying to see if we could find any additional shelter or anything else. We thought we might start heading towards the High Hall, but it's so far away. We got cut off by those fiends.
Oh, we'll take you there.
Yes, we're heading there. But before that, how many? It's sad that Etrel's here, and sadder to learn that how many people are left.
We don't know
That's
how
why
many
I
people
wanna
are
say-
left. Can we ask?
He's
That's
sad
why-
that there's at least 3, is what he's saying.
Well, we're sure.
Well, right
I'm sure
now-
there are a lot more, but I don't know exactly where they all are.
Can we share a little bit of food with them?
Absolutely, yeah.
Go on the way.
Damn it.
And where would you guys like to go?
We'll still go to Hyde Hall.
Yeah,
Alright.
Let's make our way to High Hall. That's what I agree. Seems like where
Lulu,
we're
what do
headed.
you make of this place?
Oh, where was Lulu during that whole battle?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
whoops.
forgot.
Lulu's a
That's-
cute, small little feather elephant. Come on, guys.
I forgot about Lulu. You guys
Yeah, me
have
too.
have to keep me reminded.
It's like, wait, Lulu's. Wait, we. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Lulu
we
was
haven't-
saying bye to her friend the otter while we were fighting.
Sure, we'll go with that. But yeah, she would say, I'm not sure, but this place does seem familiar somehow. But I don't remember ever being here.
Can you see into that thing? I point at the giant black sphere.
It just looks like a giant glowing black sphere.
Yeah, that's
shooting
what
lightning.
I thought too. Yeah.
Actually, that's also a question I want to ask the lady. It's like, what's that? Is that the companion?
Companion?
I point towards the black ball in the sky.
I mean that's the same position that Companion was in before El Terrell was taken here, and yes, when the city was taken, uh, the light the light changed from a bright white sunlight to that dark void light that just yeah it completely changed.
Hell's haunted.
I can tell you that many of El Terrell's citizens died when the city was drawn to this terrible place. I'm sure more have died in the days since, um, from attacks from terrible creatures, a lack of food and water. I mean, there's been buildings collapsing. We were hiding in the basement of the local tavern, and we had enough food and water to keep us alive for quite a while. But now that the provisions have ran out, we've been searching for more. We do know that the city is split in two, but I do believe that there are there are a couple bridges that may still connect it. There used to be a river that flowed through the middle of the city, but now I've heard it's just a gap from any scouts that have come by.
Thank you for your information. I guess we'll move on. Anybody else have any questions or?
Well, are we going to accompany them to the?
Yeah.
Well, we're still gonna go to High Hall. Yeah. I mean, they want to go to High Hall. We're going to High Hall. Why not?
We're on the highway to High Hall.
Yes.
Let's go.
You
Okay.
sprout a really long beard and have a guitar all of a sudden. Wow.
Do we go stealthily or do we just?
Well, that's up to you guys. If you guys want to try to sneak through the city, you can do that. And there is a question of, you guys can't really make a direct beeline to the High Hall unless you guys are wanting to figure out a way to fly over. But I guess I would just ask, like, what route would you like to take?
Well, it looks like there's two bridges to the north of us, right, on our map.
Would
Do we
Red
have
be able to
this
tell
map,
us
or is
any
it just for
information
us to
about,
tell
like,
us where we are?
Well, how about this? We'll just leave it to Rhea. I think she's the one that knows the way better than us, and if we're going sneakily, isn't it her? She knows the town well, right? She can.
I don't know how sneakily we can go.
it's definitely
Well, at
some
least
smaller streets, and I mean, staying out of sight seems to kind of be the key thing, right? So, like,
like this way,
I'd
Okay.
that, or
avoid
this
that
way,
fire.
yeah, avoid the
area.
main roads.
Sure.
that.
Yeah, you can go in between the buildings and skirt across. Let's see. Go ahead and Uljar, since you are leading this stealth mission through the city, go ahead and roll a d20 for us.
D20.
What's our
That'd
party
be a
name,
20.
Eldar?
Oh, party name?
Yeah, did you ever pick a party name?
Oh, wait. I thought we
Handle
did.
5.
It was either Fandle and 5. There's a lot of 5s.
Aircraft carrier.
Did you just say haircraft carrier?
Yeah, you came with those. That was your idea, remember?
No. No, I do not remember that.
I do. Okay. Yeah, Fandle
Yeah,
and
you said
5
we
on
had
the
the aircraft
tail.
carrier.
Fantastic Family 5, the Motley Crew.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure mine was the Motley Crew.
Oh yes, I remember
Because
mine.
you got your broom and you were like, well, we can do something. So it was aircraft carrier.
I
was actually down for that one. So.
I definitely probably said that. I won't. I just don't remember.
I do remember
So
me
much
saying.
gold content, so hard to remember it all, right? So
I do remember myself saying Rage Against the Dragon.
yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
I don't think we should pick our name based off of racism.
What do you mean?
What
Dragons
if
are
we?
horrible creatures?
Yeah,
Well,
what if,
you hate
well,
at this point. You
not
hate
all of them. You
dragons.
don't-
You hate.
Well,
You
yes.
hate all dragons. You hate devils. You hate demons.
Okay, how about for right now? We'll go with
it's so shocking for a rage-based character.
yeah.
How can you just hate everything? Come
Can't
on.
you be a little more even keel?
What do you look? You have enemies you hate, Tim, don't you? Will you
Oh,
ever let them live?
Yeah. Oh, orcs, yeah, for sure, and also demons. So I mean, I mean, I'm more on your side. I mean, you want to smash things, I want to stab them from far away. Like
I look at
you're lying.
Rhea,
You want to kill dragons? Like
Yeah.
I helped kill the dragon. So
I helped kill the dragon. I'm not saying we shouldn't have killed that specific dragon.
well, there you
I
go.
just said I
Rage
don't
Against
think
the
we should-
Dragon.
Oh my god. I wasn't mad at the dragon
let's
though.
just roll with. How about if we just roll with the Phandalin 5?
ragged. We're gonna be ragged. Rage
Whoa.
against the dragon.
I like
Fandel-
Phandalin 5.
Well, remember it's Phandalin 5 with Mateo, right, Mateo?
Yeah, because I mean, it's just one of those cool things. We're one of those cool bands where they just have an abbreviation as their RAGT. D.
How about for this? For at least being in Avernus right now, we'll go with we'll co-op Rhea's team. We'll go with
Rhea's team? Wait,
Yeah.
while we're in hell, why won't we just go by Hellraisers?
Well, isn't she the Hell Riders?
Yes,
I don't
I'm
know,
a part of the Hell Riders. That's correct.
Hell Riders, I guess, works too.
Well, Hellraisers also sounds nice. We're in hell. We're raising hell.
Yeah.
How about raising Etrail?
Ooh.
We're trying to raise it from hell.
I feel like we're monkeys at a
I look
typewriter at this
around and
point.
see a building
Yeah.
on. I
How
see a
about-
building
let's-
on fire, and I say, "It
let's
looks like
just,
El Terrell's already being raised to me."
Let's call it a work in progress here. Still.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
a garage band that's barely been formed, that is about to split up based off of like how contentious this conversation is becoming.
What? I have a map question. What is the difference as we're walking by them? There are a few of the houses that are kind of grayish. and
I
a
think
few
it's
that
just
are not.
tile.
Yeah, I mean that's just the different color of the rooftop.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean
different
some
tile.
of these buildings have started to collapse. Which reminds me, by the way, you rolled a 12, Uljar, so go ahead and roll me a d10.
Oh man,
Ooh.
how big is the building that collapses on
Three's
us?
good, I think.
Don't say that.
I hope.
Don't say that either.
I'm
We're in
neutral.
hell.
In
We're
the
in
lower
hell. Don't we
planes,
sing?
all the numbers are inverted, so
I'm
lower
indifferent.
is better.
So as you guys are all sneaking along through the busy city streets, you catch a glimpse of 4 cloaked figures sneaking out of an alleyway and into a residence, as if trying not to be seen. The characters enter the residence, and
Don't
Yeah.
tell me the building collapses on me.
All right.
I actually think we should go talk to them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
talk first.
yes, that's a great idea.
I'll have you all make a perception check.
Did their hoods like kind of like poke up a little bit, like they had horns?
Tim,
see
with a
shit.
22, you see that these do not appear to be, that it didn't appear to be a living creature. It appeared to be more of an undead-like creature.
So Tim is like kind of starting to like, peek his way out of the alley, and it's like, oh yeah, let's go this way. And then he kind of sees like a deathly mask, like visage, kind of briefly through one of the cloaks, and then he turns around and starts making the kind of the like nope gesture behind him. It's like, turn around, we're gonna go down the other alley.
So I trust him because
Yeah, it's like, because we faced ghasts before, did we not?
Yeah, we
in
have.
the
Well,
so
I
I could
didn't see
say,
anything, Tim. I'm down to go wherever you're telling me to go.
Yeah, all right.
so I'm very quietly kind of saying they're ghasts and what you guys would remember, and then we kind of I'll flip around and we'll kind of head the
We'll
other
go this way.
direction.
I don't remember.
We'll go this way. How about this?
And I'll say that's a couple buildings to the north. It's right in here.
All right here. All right. So
That you saw them poke on into and then I'll say with a 22, as you're kind of looking at these figures and looking at the house, you hear the faint sounds of crunching, as if they are feasting on something inside.
Oh, that sucks.
So, but I don't hear any like plaintive screams or whimpering, because if there is, then Tim's gonna do something different.
Let's see.
Harry casts loud music so you can't hear the suffering.
It'd just be a picnic, you know.
And then I pull out my bow.
If I string your bow 3 or...
Go ahead and make another perception check. We'll say you draw a little closer to see if you can hear any sounds of
I feel like I don't want to fail this.
I was specifically talking about Tim.
If I string your bow like 3 or 4 more times, it'll be a harp.
You hear what looks like a faint cry coming from inside, and you hear like a shudder coming from a cupboard, and then you hear almost in unison all of these ghasts kind of poke their head up and go, huh?
So
And then you hear nothing.
So I
And
would
then you hear them going
communicate.
back
I would
to,
turn around and kind
the
of and
feasting.
say like, "There's someone trapped in the building, and the gas team. I think we should intervene."
What gas?
And I point to the building and I say, "Undead,
Oh shit.
carnivorous creatures."
I mean, I've got like 10 pounds of beef jerky.
Let's get them, guys.
All right, and then I'm gonna run and kick open the door.
Okay.
Tim,
I mean, I gave you guys a chance to.
I'm like, Tim, don't
me.
kick the door. If I say out loud.
Too late.
That was me giving you a chance to make a decision, and you didn't do anything, so I made it for you. Okay.
Hey, that guy looks pretty.
No.
Pretty fucking ugly.
I scream out, Tim, don't kick the door. And I go back to thinking that Tim is going to start kicking doors from now on. Again.
I mean, that's kind of fair at this point.
Do you think if I ask the gas to join us and tell them that I've got 50 pounds of beef jerky?
They'll probably eat you, and then they'll eat the jerky. Probably. I mean, you're a nice...
I'd like to roll initiative.
Yeah, it sounds like your cat wants some.
Do you want to roll initiative?
I was thinking jerky,
Yeah.
not initiative, but
So you guys have the 3 commoners behind you, and you don't currently see, but yeah, as you kick the door open, we'll say that these 4 are inside a building, But yeah, you kick the door open, and they're here in the kitchen, and everybody else is trailing behind you.
Do we get surprised because they were distracted by the other?
I'm so good at initiative.
I'll have you roll a stealth check as you
Oh,
approached. We'll let this
Should I
be
roll initiative
determined
first?
by.
Or?
Well, I mean, everybody needs to roll initiative. But yes, we'll say you get a surprise round. Everyone else, not so much.
And I'm gonna roll another. I'm gonna use one of my Battle Master things to roll a D8. So that makes my initiative 17 instead. So I'll change that. So I'm gonna. Do any of the creatures are they like? Is there anything living in my line of sight?
No.
Okay. Then I'm just going to take a shot at this first one right here.
Okay.
And let's see. Let's try doing that with sharpshooter and sneak attack. Let's see. Does that hit?
Yes, absolutely, it does. Wow, 30 damage.
Plus 10?
You nail one
Oh.
right in the back of the head.
Sorry,
is that
let me
plus
make
10?
Sure.
No, it added the 10. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
And it's sharpshooter and sneak attack. I was about to
Gotcha.
say,
Okay.
if
Yeah,
it was
okay.
10 plus the 30, that would insane.
Wait, but
Yeah,
wasn't
no,
it sharpshooter? Because he shot with the minus.
Yeah, but he rolled a
Yeah,
5
no,
on his
I-
sneak attack and got the extra 10.
Yeah, so
It
I rolled
says
poorly on
15
damage,
sneak.
but
It says 15 sneak, but it's actually 10 of that is the sharpshooter and 5 of that is the sneak attack.
yeah, I have like 3 things I have to click on and then click off
Yep.
each attack. Which
The
is
more
fine.
you add, the more complicated it all gets.
Yeah, I'd
that's
add
okay.
7 spells to my sheet today.
Yeah, it's true.
I feel you, brother.
Yep, and that first one goes down. It looks like it took a shot directly to the back of the head and had an arrow protruding from the front. Somehow, it still wasn't dead, but the second one goes in as it kind of starts to turn. You pierce it in one ear and out the other, and it's just got like this X of arrows going through its head, and it does fall to the ground and die.
And I'm gonna go ahead and do action surge. So that's just to confirm that's 2 more attacks.
Yeah.
All right. So 1 more with sharpshooter.
Yeah, let him know.
Does a 16 hit or no?
It does.
Okay. And so I do get sneak attack on this
Nope,
first
you
one.
only get 1 sneak attack per round.
Okay.
No,
right,
sorry, per turn. Technically, you can get sneak attack on a reaction if you've already gotten it on your turn. But
Okay.
yeah, only one
No, I
during
just
your
want to
turn.
make sure. All right.
Same with sharpshooter.
Chase
Yep,
telling me
yep,
some secret
so.
crazy stuff that I didn't
When
know.
you're creating a score from
Sorry, and I was gonna do that one, and then
with Demon Souls, it was a little
What
bit different
on
challenge.
earth are we
We
listening
already
to?
had a score, and it was a great score that Kita-san had.
It is a great score, but
the
let's.
challenge
Okay,
was
let's
so that's
to
just
find
15.
material.
15 hits.
okay. That's just for 9.
All right.
All right. And I'm just gonna notionally kind of duck back out of the doorway here, and with the idea that if any of them rush out, hopefully I'll get be able to stab them with a rapier or something.
Sure. Let's put them in the box of the house.
All right.
And we'll say
Yeah. So say the door is right there. So
door is right here.
Nice.
yeah, I'll just kind of it's like boom, boom.
Now
and
I know
then
exactly
flip
what
around.
I need to do.
Yeah. All right.
Yep. That's it.
Ezra.
Wait, no, it's my turn.
Oh, you're right. Harry. Oh, darn it.
Come
I
over
missed you again.
here. And I pretty much only see this one, I think.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty great with angles. Yeah. And I'm gonna do some normal warlock blasts.
Okay.
Holy
Eldritch
shit.
Blast. 18 does hit.
Alright, well that guy can take both of them.
Yep.
I don't
And
know if that one
14 also hits.
Nice!
Big hits. He's looking pretty rough.
That's all I got.
All right, Ezra.
By the way, should Lulu be in the turn order?
Yes,
No.
thank you. Get Lulu on this darn page. Too many NPCs. That's the real problem.
It's the last
Uh-huh.
3 you're handling.
Well, how about you put Lulu with the commoners?
I think my cat just snuck outside. Son of a bitch.
I think Lulu is better off like uh, with the commoners.
Yeah. You
I
think?
don't, I don't. I think so. I don't know what ability she has, but I think she's like. I don't see her as a like a helping.
Just let her. Let's see.
You're saying you think that non-copyrightable Dumbo, magical Dumbo, might be a weak character?
Nice.
Well, I don't think she's a weak character, but would she really like leave like a mother with 2 kids by themselves back there?
This is true.
By the way, you notice that this mother back here does have a longbow. So she's not
Hell yeah.
she's not completely she's not completely unable.
Defenseless?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm sorry, we were still on Ezra's turn.
Okay. I will. I'm gonna pop up here in front of Harry. Do I have a line of sight to take a short bow?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll take it at the one that Harry just hit.
13 just hits. Alright, and that one's dead.
Great. I'll go ahead and. Do I have a line of sight on the other one, or the one that's already hurt, or no? Or I don't
I
even know
didn't
if I
get
would
Mateo
know.
on this.
Well, there we go, Mateo, of course.
Yeah.
So he'll go
Maybe
next.
if you move here, you have sight of him. I think.
Yeah, I would say
But
you
not
do.
him.
You can see this one still.
Okay, well, I'll.
Not this one.
I feel like Mateo can just go and clear this room like John
I know.
Wick
Why don't
style.
we just let
Like,
him deal with stuff?
Hey, Mattel needs to learn teamwork.
oh
Alright,
yeah,
I'll-
no, that was our team name. We're gonna be Team Tres or whatever his last name was.
That's right.
Mateo and the Pips.
Treze, yeah. Mateo, we're gonna be Team Treze.
Well, I'll just take one more step up.
Okay.
Just get a better line of sight on that guy.
Team
I'll take
Mateo,
it.
do you need help with anything?
Alright, the ghasts are gonna turn and run out here.
Oops.
Team I bring the coffee
Oh.
now.
So,
Oh,
other
okay.
Do I
guy-
get a
16 would hit,
6?
yes.
he took 6.
Okay.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
No, he
On
hasn't
him
left.
as you-
He hasn't left your range.
Yeah, because I was stepping outside the door like as he would zip by.
Right, they have to leave your attack range for you to get an attack.
Oh, understood.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
And they are going to each make a bite and claw attack. One set going to Ezra, and then the second set going to Tim.
Miss.
Okay.
Yep. Both those miss.
All right, Tim.
All right. So I'm just going to as these guys kind of come out and start to attack me. I'm gonna pull out my rapier and the bottom one. I'm going to stab it in its face.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, absolutely. 22 definitely hits, and you do get sneak
Uh,
attack.
Okay. Thanks. 12 on this one.
Looks like it's just barely still up.
All right, then just another slice at it.
Also, go ahead and make a con saving throw, Tim.
Okay, let's
Uh-oh.
see. So that's gonna hit, but let me go and resolve that real quick. One.
Yep, that one dies. You do succumb to its stench. You are poisoned
Okay.
until the start of your next
Oh.
turn.
God, these things smell bad.
Old
Yeah.
jar.
Oljar,
Oh,
your
no.
turn.
Yeah, I think I can smell it from over here, Tim. I agree with you. I'll walk up And I'll take a Lightbringer. I'll smash twice.
Yep, and you do smash twice.
Alright. Oh.
Yeah, old Jar's only smashed twice in his whole life.
Smash.
21
Smash.
damage versus the undead.
Smash.
It really doesn't seem to like your mace.
Oh. I smile at it.
At the ghoul?
Dragonborn's
Yeah.
smile is going to be like really unnerving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a Komodo dragon, just kind of like,
Easy.
you know, hi.
Yep, Rhea hits for 11, and Rhea gets another last hit.
Like, don't worry, I soften him up for you.
Just for fun, Lulu comes up and just before it dies, tries to run it through with its tusks. Let's see. Do I have
Man,
Lulu?
I played a campaign where you only got XP if you got the last hit, and boy, was that some toxic combat.
But she missed as it falls.
I can
Good
see
try,
that.
Lulu. Good try.
Yeah, people like wouldn't do enough damage for other people to get kills, and it would just end up causing everyone to die.
So, Tim, why do we enter to fight ghouls?
Let me see. He's like this building right here or something like that, right? So I think we can kind of stay off this smaller track here.
We think we heard something though.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. So like inside the building, I heard them respond to a noise, which was a stifled cry, like the kind of thing a child might be. So, I want to whisper loud enough that someone would hear, but like we've killed them.
Yeah, so as you guys enter the structure to look around, you see around the table the remains of what looks to be a human family that appears to have perished here during the trip to Avernus. And these ghasts reek of death and decay. It looks like this was probably not their first time making their way through and finding remains to feast on. But go ahead and make another perception check, Tim, as you go in and attempt to take a look inside this building. Yeah, so you find there is one cupboard that you hear heavy breathing and the occasional faint whimper coming from.
Can I just like lightly tap on it? Because again, like this person who's on the other side of this is absolutely terrified, and maybe encourage Rhea, because she has a kind of the local dialect and the accent to kind of be. I'll gesture her over and say, Rhea, could you? There's a person here.
All right.
You speak to them?
Yeah, as soon as you knock on the cupboard, you hear a gasp from within, and Rhea comes over and says, "It's okay. We're here to save you. Is it okay if I open the cupboard?" And you hear the little voice kind of. You hear again that same whimpering as she kind of opens it a little bit and peeks out, and then you see emerging from it a young girl. She looks to be, probably about 7 or so.
I'm gonna try to stand in front of between her and like the bodies. Like,
Yeah, that's a good
obviously not
idea.
dead, so
It's a good idea.
like kind of
She
holding my
looks-
cloak.
She looks rather frail, and she would introduce herself as Shora Hevron. Get that to you here.
What are the names of the...
Imagine being named Ashura and getting sent to hell. Ironic.
And I'm like, wait, what's the names of the lady? Anybody get her name?
It's the Hunt family. Yeah. and the mother's name is Harkin.
Are they Hungary? I'm sorry, these names strike me
she
as kind of
looks.
Eastern European. Like
She
they're
doesn't look
Hungary.
like necessarily that she's malnourished. She looks like maybe she's not been incredibly well taken care of. But the picture that you're getting as you look around is that it appears as though her family was probably killed when it a couple of months ago, which seems to line up to you of when Elturel was taken here. And it looks like she probably survived and has just been hiding in this house.
Okay.
So
Got
you
it.
would imagine there was enough food for her.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Traumatic as hell.
can we invite her along with us?
Yeah, the more the
Would she
merrier,
like to
right?
come with us to the
Yeah.
hall?
Yeah, certainly Rhea would scoop her up and hold on to her. And you could tell that this little girl is just clinging to Rhea now.
Aw, she's got the motherly instincts.
All right. So you guys continue to make your way through the side streets. And as you come out to about here, you guys peek out from that set of buildings. And here, actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a little smaller so you guys can see more of what's around you. Shrink down the party a little bit.
That's gonna do for a big zoom in from me.
Yep.
And would it be worthwhile? I would turn around to the party and say, would it be worthwhile going into this building here and just kind of peeking out over the bridge just to kind of get a sense that seems kind of dangerous to cross in the open?
You can actually see the bridge from where you are, though, as you start to peek out into the street. Rhea says, that's the southernmost bridge. It's called Torm's Blade Bridge.
Is it on fire?
You see a small fire over here, and you do see flames that kind of lick up the side from here, but it does not appear as though the bridge itself is on fire.
Well, it's actually. I think we should send maybe 2 people across the bridge first. Secure the area.
You do see that it appears as though the bridge is being guarded by an infernal force that appears to be trying to cut off assistance between the eastern and western sides of the city. The group appears to be that of 2 bearded devils and 4 spine devils.
So what I was trying to communicate to the team is that basically if we can get inside this building and a little bit higher up, we may be able to, those of us with bows, may be able to like lay down some fire, and basically we'll have some kind of as they come across the bridge, if we engage them at a long distance, we have a lot better chance.
Yeah, we definitely shouldn't bring this group of people onto the bridge.
Exactly. We can hide them in the building or in the courtyard here. So either way, it's just like we should, and maybe leave Rhea with them or something like that. The point is if we just try to march out to the bridge, that's not going to be as beneficial. So
how about this? You guys, all the Tim, anybody who has like an arrow, all the mages, warlocks,
Mateo,
be right
Austin.
here. Yes, and then
Okay.
Mateo.
yeah, and we may be able to if we sneak, so it may be worthwhile. I don't know if we want to roll a stealth check, but just try to stealthily enter this building with that kind of being our intention.
Go like this, like try to enter like this way, get on top.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's
Also, I kind of want to, like, while you guys are up there shooting them, I kind of want to bust out through this door right here, just to make sure they see me and they, if they,
Well, they may not even know where it's coming from, right? So you can just be inside that door,
Oh, that's true.
that door,
then
and then just kind of guard the main doorway.
Okay.
If they try to circle around the building
I'll
to the
use
north or
first
south, definitely just you can rush out and engage them right here. Point is
Okay.
just to
That sounds like a plan, Tim.
yeah. Sorry to use the
Ezra,
jargon, but
Harry?
analyze them here. Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
are good?
Before we engage that, I know Rhea was a little bit hurt from our initial encounter. Does she need a potion or something to help?
Well, she's not
for her
fighting.
Help?
She's taking care of the, or she's.
Well, I was poisoned too. Jay, I'm
Oh,
actually not familiar.
You are
Is
no
it- I
longer
need to-
poisoned. Yeah. No,
Okay, cool.
It was
Gotcha.
only for. So you were
Gotcha.
poisoned for about 6 seconds. So it was more like you were stunned by the noxious. Not even stunned, but
Ooh-wee.
just taken
That
aback.
was powerful. That was a powerful odor, boy. I tell you what.
Well, Rhea and the Lulu can stay behind with the family.
It's the
And with the
kind of
child?
poison you would find at a Comic-Con.
Oh, there you go. Yikes.
Lulu and Rhea can stay behind with the family, and we can set up the trap.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. While you guys are sneaking up and doing that, let's go ahead and take a 5-minute break. And I'll go ahead and put the battle map together for that. And yeah, we'll come back and we'll start up with your guys' approach to the bridge.
Nice.
Great.
Awesome.
Take a break.
Man, so between that like 10, 15 seconds I was gone, when I said I think my cat snuck outside, I was ordering
did.
some ice cream
Oh,
and I ran out. It had just arrived, so I opened the garage door, opened the door, walked back inside to roll my turn, walked back outside, and my cat was on the other side of the street on the porch of some other people, and I'm just sitting here like, how?
that's not your cat then.
You
That's their
order
cat.
ice cream. You ordered ice cream?
Yeah,
Uber
From where?
Eats.
7-Eleven.
Oh. Oh yeah, they
Interesting.
do have that.
I order from Cold Stone Creamery sometimes.
Oh.
Yeah, Cold Stone's really good.
It's
Mm.
10 p.m. for me, so that was about all that was open.
Chocolate with peanut butter mixed in. Oh,
But I got
that is my favorite. Oh.
I got Spider-Man face, and I got
Ooh, those are good.
I actually
SpongeBob.
really like those like face ones. I don't like the SpongeBob one.
What?
I don't like the gumballs particularly.
Well, I don't eat the gumballs. Yeah.
That's fair. But the the like cherry flavor on the Spider-Man's my favorite. And then I also got one of those cones that come in the little cardboard wrap.
Yeah.
They've got this Oreo one, super good.
Hold on, I'll be back in a minute here.
Okay, that's a good hell song, but it's getting a little
Yeah,
bit much.
I was scared. I was about to ask you to turn that off.
Come on.
You're triggering me.
You guys ever get the Rite Aid ice cream? Hello?
No.
No?
Can't say that I do.
I'm pretty good.
I still don't know what we're talking about.
Ice cream?
No, what kind of ice cream?
Oh, the Rite Aid. At Chill, their Rocky Road.
I think I've had Rocky Road. Jay, you really upped the immersion with this music. My character's unsettled. I'm unsettled.
Well, thank you very much.
That elf music last time and the intro music this time were super nice.
I've got a couple other really fun music plans still.
Maybe eventually we'll go into a town and Tim will be like, hey, can we sing together? And then we can listen to an hour of throat yodeling.
Oh my.
I'll keep working on it.
You don't have to actually do it. We could find a playlist.
Yeah, what's the name of that? It's this Russian province of all things where they do it.
I don't know.
So you
The
guys
clip
said
that
you
I
want
had.
Lulu and Rhea to stay back with the people?
Yeah, in that courtyard, I think kind of makes sense. Just back here, because I mean, we just don't want to get have them come around.
Yeah, it would suck if all the demons came into the house and I hit them with like a fucking cone of cold and didn't see the family around the corner. Or a shatter. Or a fireball.
Altaic Republic, that's it.
Although Harry's pretty certain that fireball's not super effective. Might have to roll insight on that one.
This may be a bit of a stretch, but has anyone seen A Bridge Too Far?
No, I'm using fireball again apparently. And no.
Older movie, but
I
about
watched
taking bridges
Kung
in
Fu
World War
Hustle
II.
for the first time yesterday.
That was a unique movie.
Yeah.
Unique, yes. He's a hoot, though.
I had a blast. I had no clue what was going on until like the last 30 minutes. And then I was still confused, even though I knew what was going on. The only story arc I could really follow is Axe Gang Greedy. Lots of martial arts masters that you didn't expect. And this guy's kind of a dick, but he rectified it by opening a candy store somehow, question mark.
The old lady with the rollers and the rolling pin is an icon, though.
Mm-hmm. The guy I was watching it with was explaining like all the different movie references and how like she's a big character in other cultures. And I'm just sitting there like, cool. So I'm missing out on the movie because I didn't watch 10 other movies? Question mark. He's like, not really. I really liked it. I think next we're watching Shaolin Soccer. Which I've been told is also a spoof.
What about Kung Pao? Did you ever see Kung Pao?
Nope.
Oh.
I will put that on the list. Is it a spoof?
Yeah, it's what's his name? Odenkirk. Not the same guy from Better Call Saul, but I think they must be brothers or something. But anyway, yeah, he took like an old classic kung fu movie and voiced over it, and made it pretty funny. So yeah, that's a fun one. You'll either love it or hate it. We'll put it that way. It's one of those.
After Shaolin Soccer, because we're taking turns, there's 3 of us, I went a different direction, and I picked Spaceballs.
Ooh.
We're only watching spoofs, if it hasn't been made clear.
Oh yeah, well Kung Pao would be definitely in that category.
Yeah, Spaceballs is my favorite spoof of all time.
Spaceballs is good. Airplane's my favorite.
Is that the one with the little girl who says she likes her coffee, how she likes her men?
Yes. Yes,
That's probably one of the most hilarious scenes in cinematic history for me.
Airplane has about 28 of those scenes. Like, just so many lines.
No making fun of my drawing skills here, but
What drawing skills?
exactly.
You drew this? What do you mean? This looks like it came straight out of the book.
I know, right?
I couldn't even tell you drew this until you said that.
I love the 3D aspect of it.
Yes, I will say
The shadowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chiaroscuro and
Forced
the
perspective.
intricate crenellations on the bridge. You can see the carvings if you zoom in enough.
Well, guys, while Jay was doing
Oh, it's
that, I rolled
cobblestone.
an insight to determine if Harry had figured out whether or not Fireball was effective.
you did not.
And as you see, I got a 3.
Per.
I mean, what's the point of spell slots anyway? I mean, just get rid of them. Like, use them up on
Well,
stuff.
unfortunately, this staff has about 5 times as many spell slots as I do, and I'm wasting them all on Fireball.
There you go. They're just gonna get like it's like a sauna for them. They're just gonna be this nice little, nice. It's like a butt warmer on a car on a mildly cold day.
See, I as a person knew Fireball wasn't going to do anything before I cast it the first time. I just got to really play into Harry's strengths here.
I mean, you can tell that it didn't do anything to them last time. You don't need to roll an insight check for that.
But did I miss?
No,
Was
you
it-
definitely hit them. It was very
Did they have
clear.
a spell active that was stopping it?
There was a mushroom cloud.
I've never used Fireball before. I must not have done it right. Here, let me try again.
Exactly.
That'll be funny, you know. They still get surprised because when they get hit by when they get hit by the fireball, they start taking a shower.
Falls off. One of them falls off the fucking bridge in surprise. I did it.
It works.
Are we going to take a short rest in this building, kind of as we like sneak up and observe?
No, I thought we were straight out. He's gonna fight.
Up to you. I guess we probably.
The more people we collect into our party, the more impending our fucking doom is when we get into a fight.
That is true.
Let's see. Okay. Well, so you guys have snuck up about as close as you think you can get to the bridge without being noticed. You're leaving the people behind, along with Lulu and Rhea. And you do see that there appear to be 8 devils that are in the
close.
middle of this bridge, and they're just
Yikes.
kind of looking out.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
guys, I
close.
got an idea.
Oh. Well.
What if I cast a big AoE spell right in the middle of those guys? Wouldn't that be a good starter?
It would if it's not Fireball.
What's wrong with Fireball?
Shatter or something else.
I
Although
do
you want
have
the
Shatter.
Bridge.
No, probably not. I'm not that strong.
Also, I'm technically in the first floor, guys. So.
Yeah. So we're
Oh,
above.
we're not
um,
talking anymore.
Well, you guys are talking. I'm just not there.
yet. Old guy's waiting for them to come fight us.
Yeah.
You might
I'm
wanna
literally
go
like,
down
let's
there.
go.
Ezra, you might want to go down there with him, honestly.
Yeah, that was my plan to be down there with Holjar.
Okay.
But I
Oops,
thought
sorry,
we
I
have a
didn't have it
plan.
up in time for you, Tim. You might have to roll it again. Are you guys just
Okay.
wanting to run at the bridge and fight, or
No,
what's the plan? here?
No, let's have a
So
plan.
this is this is the plan.
No, we were
basically.
gonna. What just happened?
So here's like a, I don't know. Here's like a building, right?
So my thought was, that so we're in the second Mateo and I and Harry, I believe, are all in the second story of this large kind of inn or something,
Sure,
overlooking
you
the
guys are
bridge.
wanting to be on the roof or inside the building.
Inside the building, looking through the looking out through the windows.
Okay.
Wait, wait,
So
second
I assume
floor?
it's occupied.
Wait, hold on, hold on, hold on,
We're
hold on,
on the
hold on.
second floor. If there's a
You guys
second
are on the
floor.
second floor, right? How big was it? That looked like a two-story building. That's why.
Yeah, it is. It's 2 stories.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Yeah. So like,
Oh, okay.
so the point is for us to, because I mean, so it's only 40 in this, but I mean, like it's like pretty. There was a longer distance in the on the map, like so that this would have thought that we would have kind of a chance to maybe get a round or two of shots into these guys depending on where they were.
Probably still though.
There's only about 40 feet, so
It's 50 feet to the center of them, so some of them are like 60 feet away, 70 feet.
okay. Either way, this seems that so. I don't know if we should roll stealth checks or how you want to do this, but the goal is for the range fighters and Harry to kind of start letting stuff off and in a more synchronized way, and then because the inn probably has a single or 1 or 2 doors, that would be easier to defend instead of getting swarmed.
Well, as I was walking up here, Ezra ran it by me that I might not use Fireball. So I was thinking I would just throw a shatter right in the middle of them while you guys already have shots prepared.
That seems like a great idea.
Mateo, you want to prep a shot up? Let me know when you're ready.
All right, I can do.
All right, I'll head down with Boljar, and we'll be ready as soon as they start heading towards us. We'll step out.
Okay. All right, well then, yeah, go ahead and roll initiative. And we'll give you guys a surprise round because you're attacking from fair distance away.
Nice roll.
Hey, we're finally rolling high on initiatives.
Yeah. I'm gonna let Harry go first, since he kind of has this like massive blast prepped. But then we'd like for us to kind of him first, and then.
All right. So you guys can go ahead and do your surprise moves.
Harry, I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay. This one's gonna be loud as hell, boys, by the way. I hope we thought that through. I say as I throw it out there.
Okay.
What a great roll.
What's the radius for that?
The
Yeah, so
radius,
that
I
works.
think, 10 feet ish. Let me see. That's a good point. I'm glad you linked me that.
Yeah, I think that's probably enough to hit all of them.
A 10-foot radius, but I don't really know what that means.
Yeah. Yeah, it's enough to hit all of them. So let's see, we got 4 con saves from each group. Why is this rolling so? Why is this loading so slow? All right, so 16 on a fail And the DC is 15. 8 on a
That's 3
success.
successes.
So let's see. That one's a fail. One succeeds. This one fails. Fourth one also fails. Beard
Now, boys,
Devils.
hit them while they're confused.
Let's see. First one failed to 16. Second one and third one both pass. Take 8.
You bastards. And I say right after I cast the shatter, well, I sure hope that didn't alert anything else.
Sure. We can certainly help. So yeah, Mateo hits one of the Spine Devils for 13. And did anyone else have any ranged attacks they wanted to do?
I do. So I'm going to on the same one do, and it's 2 attacks, right? For even though it's a surprise round.
I'm gonna say if you guys were preparing a shot, you'd only get 1.
Okay.
If you have a full surprise round, that's one thing. But if you guys are just preparing a launch, that's a little.
Sure. No, that makes sense. Does that hit?
Yes, it does.
And would I get sneak attack on this, just to confirm? I think so.
Yeah, I would give you advantage and sneak attack, so they didn't see it coming.
Okay.
So yeah, that thing is very dead.
All right. That's it for me.
All right. It is now your turn, though, Tim. Highest initiative.
All right. So now we're going to. I'm just gonna keep. I'm gonna go after these. I'm gonna prioritize these ones that are closest because we're just trying to, basically just chip away at things and ensure that as few as possible get or able to cross the bridge. So, I'm going to use sharpshooter, but not going to take sneak attack for this one. Is that going to hit?
Let's see. 17 for. Sorry, for which one?
For the other spine devil.
Yes, that would hit.
Okay. So 27.
Oh, yeah. Totally dead.
And then just a regular shot against the bearded devil right here.
Okay.
Whiffed.
Yes. 12 would just miss.
All right. So I'm going to duck down behind the window.
Okay. Harry.
Well, as a man of many, many talents, with lots of options, I'm going to do the exact same thing again.
Okay.
Wouldn't be a warlock if you didn't.
Right?
Okay, so the two spine devils both would die no matter what they rolled.
Nice.
So just got the 4 bearded devils now. Okay, first one fails and takes all 24 damage. Second one also fails and takes 24. Third one passes and only takes 12.
That one passed last time, too.
Yep.
That's their ringleader.
Fails, it takes 20. Okay.
That's my turn.
Uljar.
I'll just I'll wait by the door, like to prepare an attack just in case anybody busts through.
Okay. Mateo will take a shot. And hits. Let's see. Does not get sneak attack.
Tim, do you think Lulu's kind of shaped like a lemon?
Second shot.
Tim is unsure how to respond.
Takes that one down. Ezra.
This is a lot of Tim's life.
So, let's see here.
It's more like a cook.
I'm gonna step out, assuming that Ezra will, or that Uljar will be joining me here soon.
Oh no, I prepared an attack in behind the door. So
Okay. What do we got here for you? If I hold an action, if I hold an action, I would just get one attack, or would I get both of my attacks? How would that work?
Rules as written, you only get one attack on a held. It's kind of up to everybody. We want to stick to the rules as written, because I know a lot of people will homebrew that you get both attacks if you hold it. But basically, it's if you guys do it, I would also let the enemies do it. So it's up to you guys whether you want that to go both ways.
My only insight on the matter is that in my arena, it was a lot more balanced for melee people versus spellcasters to be able to hold their full attack action.
Yeah.
Of course, that could lead to us walking into a room and immediately dying.
I'm okay. I mean, it's okay. Just rules as written is my opinion. Sadly, okay.
My
So-
opinion is whatever Jay says.
All right, I'm gonna step up just enough to have short bow range.
Okay.
I think I do now. Yeah. All right, so I'll take shots at that guy with my short bow. There we go. Okay, here we go. Right.
14 hits.
I'm about to eat Spider-Man.
Ironic that a few sessions ago, you were being harassed by a spider.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh, how the
That was
turned.
like 2 months ago. I feel like
Well, yeah, it was a
The
while
one-
ago.
the one
Yeah.
that was stuck in the corner. Oh
Yes.
man,
Kept trying to torch it. Yeah.
yeah. I don't even have that
Take-
torch anymore.
You were torturing it, if you will.
Same
I was
one.
trying to end it very quickly. It was just very resilient.
Okay. 15 hits.
Oof.
All right, couple more arrows sticking out of it, and these poor bearded devils, man, they really rolled low initiative, and they're just getting pounded.
Yeah.
But it is now their turn.
I
Or are you
will.
done?
I'm just gonna take a couple of steps back.
Okay.
Yeah, just and yeah. So I'll just kind of hop back closer to the building here, so they've got to come get me.
Yes, indeed. Let me see. I think they only have 30 feet, so yep. But they do have glaives, which have a 10-foot reach. So this one, at least, can get far enough to try to hit you with the glaive. 23s.
That does hit.
All right, 19 piercing, and you need to make 2 con saving throws.
Okay. I will also parry at least one of those. Let's see. 1 superiority die plus dex, so 1d8 plus 3. So 6 damage, I'll wave. And then 2 con saves.
Yeah.
Good
So
heavens.
13 damage, and you have to make 2 con saves. DC 12. Oh yeah, no problem.
Woohoo. So 12 damage, did you say?
Oh yeah, 12 damage total.
Okay, got it.
No, sorry, 13. My bad. 13 damage.
Okay. Got it.
And these 2 will go ahead and dash. They're going to run and jump into a pair of windows that are on the side of the building. They are now in underground somewhere. But I think Oljar was holding an action to attack.
I was.
Okay.
Sneaky
hit.
devils.
Yep. 17.
17 hits. They're going to
I'll
surround
take
you, though.
I'll take this one right here.
Okay.
9.
Yep, 9 definitely hits. Or,
There you go.
9 damage. Okay. Tim. You saw them disappear, and they are now downstairs.
So this guy is inside the building, or
No, he's still out there.
so I can maybe hear some clashes below, but that was expected. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna like duck. I'm gonna peek out the window, see this guy, and take a shot at him.
Okay.
Plain Jane, nothing else.
Yep.
2 hits.
That guy's up.
12.
And that one goes down.
And just kind of looking at the distance here, I'm assuming there's some interior. Would I be able to like run down the stairs and help Uljar? That
Yeah.
seems reasonable, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The stairs are in the middle of the structure. So yeah, you're
Okay.
able to run down. You got 30 feet of
Yeah, so I'm just, I mean,
to get down there.
I'm a high dex dude. I'm probably even gonna like just leap over the railing a little bit and just run over here and help my big blue bud Uljar and stab this ugly mofo who is stinky and that I am really not happy with. I think 25 will probably hit. That's for 9 on this dude.
And it is a magical scimitar, so
It is. So that's it for me.
all right, Harry.
Yeah, I don't really know what to do. I guess I'll just follow Tim out the window, because that makes sense. How high is the window up?
I didn't go out the window. I went down the stairs.
Alright, well, I don't really know where the stairs are, so I'm jumping out the window. And as any good warlock will, that has 1 level of bard, we're going to err on the flamboyant side and use my action to yup uppa, and I'm going to jump out the window holding on to him, so I just feather nicely to the ground. And what a very good use of my turn that was. As I walk to this window and I'm like, shit, they're on Oljar.
Okay.
No shit. That's all I
Oljar.
got.
Right. I will attack the one in front of me twice.
What?
Yep, those both hit.
You think Oljar hits really good? Okay.
I think that's an affirmative.
You want to go in the garage? Okay.
And then that will be all.
All right. Mateo will run down, As he pulls out his hand axe, he will come down and attack this one.
Wow, when he's in a melee combat, those really come in handy.
Yikes. So 11 on the first hit is actually just enough to take this one down.
I'll be honest, guys. I metagamed a little bit when I picked the 1 level of Bard because I just couldn't help my puns, you know? Had to have a canonic reason to be saying them in character.
Second one does not have sneak attack, but hits for 2 damage.
Got to keep that party inspired.
Ezra.
I barely.
So is the door like right there? Can I run inside?
Oh yeah, you can get to him, no problem.
Great. I will run in. Can I get around? Is there room to get
yeah.
next to him to attack? Okay.
Yeah, if you want to get like here
Around here?
or here, yeah, no
Great.
problem.
Yeah, you got it. All right. I will attack.
13 just hits.
Okay.
For 9. All right, and with that, the last devil falls.
I
But
definitely help.
so Ray comes up with the party of commoners with Lulu down to the bottom floor here. We'll say they were hiding up in the top floor. She says, well, it looks like they're defeated and the coast is more or less clear, but we should probably hurry.
Yeah,
Somebody
we
may
should
have heard
really
those.
hurry. Yeah, sorry. That was
Once we get
loud.
to the other side, we can probably like go into a house and rest there. Short rest before we continue.
All right. So you guys run across the bridge. Get you guys.
How
all
damaged is
together.
the bridge looking?
Mateo is dragging the
after-
body of one of his defeated enemies with him.
After
which is
2 shatters
pretty
in the
metal.
same spot, how many more shatters do I think it would take to break that bridge?
It looks fine, actually. It doesn't look like the bridge was damaged. But as you reach the other side of the bridge and you start to duck in, as you're just reaching the other side, you start to hear the clomping of hooves.
Uh-oh.
Horses, maybe.
It sounds like
Friendly.
Cloven.
it sounds like
Cloven.
it sounds like more like a single horse.
Oh. A noble steed.
Bipedal horse? Can you tell the difference between a bipedal versus a
8 legs?
Not Sleipnir.
You guys
Sleipnir.
duck behind a corner and you hide as you hear you start to see flames that are coming off of this horse, and you see a heavily armored looking it looks humanoid shaped, but as you get a closer look, he doesn't appear to be humanoid.
He's got a lot of consonants.
Whoops.
We can take them.
Okay.
And
And
Lulu
a Z in
says
his name.
he's
I know like a dragon.
He's a very these are very powerful devil creatures. We should probably avoid them if we can.
How powerful?
Can we duck into the building, prioritizing getting the family and gosh, what was her name?
I mean, that armor looks really nice.
The Hunt family, and
Yeah, we'll say you guys are easily able to get to the other side and hidden. You see the horse, you see the rider dismount from what you guys know from your infernal research the day before. You guys know that this is known as a nightmare.
A nightmare steed?
so is he a nightmare rider?
Him low-key
I'm
really,
nightmare.
really wants one.
I mean, we could get you one but there's only one way we could get you one feasibly at this moment, you know?
Kill
Is that the
traitor.
tried and true method of killing this motherfucker, or?
Of course. What else does Harry know how to do?
Well,
I fist bump your paw, so paw bump.
I woo women, sing songs, and slap bitches
Yeah.
that are the enemies, not women, because that would be disrespectful.
Yes.
Unless they ask you to.
But there's no greater joy than to hear the wailing of your opponents as you ride off on their nightmares.
Harry goes further behind whatever we're hiding behind, to the point where there's no way I could see that horse thing, and I cast false life on myself. Can never be too prepared, guys.
wait. So are we taking this thing or?
No. Sorry, this was a lot of what I just said happened in Tim's head.
I'm just scared and casting extra HP on myself. It's free. It's free, and I should use it more often. But I have a 6 wisdom.
So, is there a way for us to dart across this major road and kind of get into this densely populated area here? Or,
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
Yeah,
this
you
is
guys-
like, I mean, like
you guys
we
make
need
your
to. It's
way
like we need to
across.
hustle, guys. Like, you know.
Yeah, it appears as though the sound of battle, it was riding in from the north, and you guys would, Rhea would say, that's, I think we got lucky. That's, that devil, I would imagine, is probably roaming the streets and probably going back and forth between Torm's Blade and Torm's Reach, the other bridge. And you guys would have actually noticed, by the way, as you crossed Torm's Blade, it appears as though there were holy runes that were inscribed on each end, and you would imagine that's probably why these bridges are still intact. It looks like they are magically reinforced.
That makes sense. I can't split these 2 halves of this city into 2 halves. They will remain a whole. Not that I was planning on doing that.
Can I kind of like just do a check? I mean, obviously, you know, Rhea is the expert. She knows this town inside and out. Obviously, we're getting closer to our objective, but I just want to get a sense of like, is the companion over the High Hall, or is it just kind of over the generalized center, like, of the city?
It doesn't appear to be centered on the High Hall. It appears to be centered on the city.
Gotcha. But there's not like the High Hall obviously is kind of like the highest point because it's the keep. But there's not like a point that there's no handy ziggurat leading up to it. We're getting close to it, right? It's just another high in the sky orb. I'm also thinking of it in terms of a navigation tool, right? Like, because it's a reference point for us as we try to navigate the city. I'm just trying to get a sense of like where it is. Obviously, there's something wrong with it. We know from the song.
We have a black circle on the map where it might be.
Yeah, it's hard to gauge. It's kind of a forced perspective kind of thing. It's hard to tell if it's over any particular part of the city. But you would say that at this point, you would just kind of think back to where you started and where you are now. It did appear like you were looking up and to the west a bit to see the companion, and now you kind of realize you're looking up and to the east. So it does look like you have passed under. Generally speaking, you passed under where the companion is.
Okay, that's it.
So it's, you would imagine it's somewhere. It's above somewhere in the center of it.
Yeah, like
kind of river line.
Yeah. Okay.
But Tim, as you guys are going through here, I'm actually going to have you go ahead and roll a d20.
A rut-row. The stakes are higher. Don't
Yeah,
roll
roll again.
bad.
And roll a
Another
d10.
12.
The stakes are higher.
Gotta be a 7.
Don't roll to make us sad. A 2, eh?
Wait.
I
thought
accidentally
nine
rolled
before.
twice. I mashed the same thing, so.
Yeah, Jay, so pick 9 or 2. Which one's friendlier?
Again, it's my contention that in lower planes that, low numbers are more connected to more positive outcomes as opposed to on the material plane. But, just saying,
I'm pretty sure there's
that's my
literally
cosmology.
there's literally a reverse realm, I'm pretty sure. Like the Shadow Realm or something.
For once, our
Bizarro
concern.
Bizarro realm.
So yeah, as you guys are sneaking through here, you hear somewhat large flapping of wings. So you
fuck.
initially stop, and you turn around, and you see flying above a sort of spindly creature with large green wings. Looks like it's got jagged teeth and claws. And you guys, this is another creature that you guys would have been familiar with from your studies. You see a Vrock.
Is there anything that I didn't alert to our presence with the double shatter?
Well,
Creating a
this...
score from scratch.
Gosh darn it,
with a
this
blank
again.
canvas and anything is possible. With Demon Souls, it was a little bit different.
It's like an angry Aarakocra.
Man, I zoomed in a little on this giant fire pit over there. There's some scary shit going on right there.
Huh.
Which one?
I don't know. We're not going over there anytime soon.
So, it appears to land on one of the street lampposts, and it doesn't appear to be looking for anything. It's if anything, it's kind of looking ponderous. One of the things I probably also should have mentioned to you guys, by the way, as you guys had been crossing the bridge, I imagine that it would have been hard for you to resist looking down. And you guys would have seen that it appears as though El Terrell is floating in the air. It's not attached to anything directly.
You guys should have been able to fly. Oh, wait. Uldrar can fly.
Yes, I can.
Let's see. There was a better description of this. Let me grab it.
I was curious about that, though.
Flying?
I wonder what the plan is to throw you guys off the side.
So yeah, a rift in the earth divides El Terrell in two sections, and the riotous din of battle is you can hear taking place far below the city, is louder as you grow closer to that big crevice, and it's echoing up and through the jagged opening chasm. As you would cross the bridge, which was about 20 feet wide and more than 100 feet long, you see the holy runes etched into the stonework, and you had looked down, and you could see what just looks to be a massive war of devils and demons going back and forth. It just looks as though, and you see, you would see chains that are coming from down below that are attached to these large metal stakes, and these are massive, huge pieces of metal and giant chains that look like they splay out and attach to the outer parts of El Terrell. And you can see occasionally one of these devils or demons trying to climb the chain, and you can also see that sometimes they will attack each other as they try to climb up the chains. But anyway, this rock has landed in front of you and doesn't really seem to be doing much of anything. But it's just looking kind of ponderous. It's not really looking aggressive, or it's not looking for anything.
I message Oljar. Should I give that thing something to think about, or are we gonna sneak on past?
I look back at, how do you call it? At Harry and shake my head like
No? Or yes?
no.
Oh.
And I look at Tim and we'll see if we can try to sneak our way out of it, basically.
All right.
Just a question: is this like a bee? Is this like a beast or like a sentient thing? I mean, you're saying it's like it's pondering something. I mean, is this something that like has its own sentience, or?
Well, you would know that that devils and demons, they're not always mindless. There are different. There's a spectrum of how much intelligence these things do or don't have. I would say that if you want to, I would say go ahead and make a religion check if you want to specifically try to recall how intelligent frogs are. You're not really sure, but you would say that you would see initially just that this thing doesn't appear to be mindless just based on how it's acting. It's not going around mindlessly looking for food and.
Yeah, it's like we're making a risk assessment. It's like there's probably no point in trying to engage this thing, even if it's like not actively hostile at the moment. That's kind of what I was trying to get at. So I feel like we can just move on.
All right. Well, I'll have everybody go ahead and make a stealth check then, as you guys try to sneak away from it.
I'll guide myself since I forgot I had guidance.
Yeah, such a better stealth, even though like I have a 7.
Well, she rolled an 8 because she has disadvantage from heavy armor.
Oh. Hey, look, we're both loud. That's something we have in common.
Shit.
There's a
Where do stealth roll be?
We're just like clank, clank, clank.
And yeah,
I roll real well.
So as you guys start to move, you actually do see the rock kind of turn and look, but it almost looks curiously in your direction, and it does see you, but it doesn't look hostile. It's not like it's not immediately trying to fly at you or anything.
I messaged to Oljar. It's definitely a scout. Let's take care of it.
I look back at Harry and I'm like, I shake my head. It's like, and I just tell, and I basically just like motion them to like keep going, or I guess we'll go this way, right?
Well, no, we're heading south. The objective is to the south, man. It's to this thing. We're going up.
Yeah, but where is it specifically? Like,
you can see the high hall is down here.
Oh no, I'm saying like where specifically is it? Like is it? Like,
the rock is it would be like right here in the middle.
In the little town's little
so yeah,
square there.
we could say that you guys are kind of sneaking through the back streets and everything, and it sees you as you cross here. But it just looks at you curiously, and let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and roll a d6 here.
It's good.
Let's see who it reaches out. 1, 2, 3.
I should have messaged the bird. Damn it.
You all see Rhea sort of look a little startled, and it, she kind of stops for a second and kind of turns her head to the side and looks back at it, and then she turns and says, that creature spoke to me in my mind.
What did it say?
I don't know, some ponderous musings of why it's here and what it's doing in these. It doesn't seem aggressive.
Should we call it over here, or what are you trying to say?
I don't know. I just thought I would mention it.
Well, if it's not
I messaged
Demon
the
of
bird.
philosophy.
I
Well,
message the bird and I say, I
The
wonder
worst
why
kind.
we're here every day.
well, I
You,
tell the group.
you hear
tell
it,
the group.
you hear it back
don't
in your
attack
head
it.
as you reach out to its mind. You appear to have actually. It makes eye contact with you and says, "Yes, I almost wonder what the point is of this endless war."
My friend, you were asking the correct questions.
Well,
I
if it's not attacking us, we should move on. That's all we're trying to
message
say.
back and I
Maybe we
say,
can ask him if there's enemies ahead.
I'm pondering of the war I fight within myself. I don't have time for the one below.
Well, Tim, I don't know if that devil could double cross us or something like that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
kind of. So.
Good luck with your quest for meaning, and then let's move on.
Okay, so you guys keep going. You guys are able to make it to about here. And you can see the high hall. You can see the gates appear to be open. And let's go ahead and have Ezra. You can roll a d20 for us.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah, you guys don't see anything. It appears that the way into the high hall is open.
Let's
Do we
approach.
should we just dash towards or?
Sure. Yeah, you guys go ahead and head on in. Let's see.
So we taking a nap in here or what?
Well,
Oh, how many?
First,
Like, I mean, we've been traveling. It's been probably what, like
couple hours.
4 hours? You know, like 4 hours since we arrived in Avernus. Do we need to?
Does
I mean,
anybody have a
no.
watch?
No. When I was trying to find useful items, I came up with air conditioning, heat resistant tent, staff that shoots fireballs at fire resistant creatures, and
And we're all very impressed, buddy. We gotta say.
potions of healing. I didn't come up with watch. Sorry.
Maybe in the
Cannot
future.
see here. No vision.
Yep.
Okie doke.
Ooh, big map.
How do you know how big it is? I can't see it yet.
Sometimes you just know.
Yeah. It's when you keep on scrolling and it's all you see is black.
Yes. Like my Instagram feed last year.
Pretty much.
Let's see. I need Rhea and Lulu and all of the commoners.
Hey, there I am. It is a very big map. You were right.
I still can't see nothing.
Oh,
Wait,
now I
this-
just see myself in relative to how big it is. I think it's about
Oh.
100 wide. Maybe a little smaller, like 80 wide.
Hey, little lava pool. That's what gets me confused. Why is there a...
I'm not too excited about the lava pool.
No, I mean, is the lava... Did the lava just take over the water or something?
I
Hey,
think so.
Rhea, is the lava a new addition?
Yes, yes, certainly.
Was there water right there before?
I believe so. Yes.
So
the
this...
companion is opposite. The water is opposite. How do we know some of the people won't be opposite?
That is true.
All
So
right. So this clifftop castle was once the crowning architectural jewel of El Terrell. Only 3 of its 5 watchtowers still stand, though they appear abandoned. The wooden gates that once led to the castle grounds have been shattered, leaving a gaping hole in the wall. The west side of the castle has been reduced to a pile of smashed brick and broken wood, but the surviving buildings are blackened by soot, and at the center of the castle grounds, the High Hall Cathedral appears to be standing defiant against all of this destruction and mayhem. And you guys make your way through the large central courtyard and appear to have arrived here on the in front of the steps of the cathedral.
I had to zoom in to make sure that wasn't a dead baby. I would not have approved. It's a teddy bear. There does seem to be dead guards here, but I guess that was to be expected, guys. Should we just go in?
Is it new? I mean, like,
Yeah, how long
is
have
this
they
like
been
a?
I don't know. Doesn't look
Me?
like they're going anywhere.
Let's check.
No, I mean, like,
yes.
that's blood. Like,
Yes, dead bodies. Yeah. And dried blood. Long dead.
gotcha. Okay.
It seems they fell fighting.
So possibly from when Elturel was moved to this plane. So, do you want to make kind of like a phalanx around
The children and the people.
the
Yes.
family? Yeah,
Okay, this is what we do.
the Harkin
I
family.
guess I'll be. I guess I'll be in the front. Harry, Tim could be in the back. Ezra and Mateo on the side.
Yeah, if we can kind of put them in the middle, like just kind of, I feel like there should be like a bit of a like screen, kind
Right,
of, in case somebody
behind
comes in
me.
from behind.
Like that. Mateo like over here.
Yeah, I mean, we
Or
just
right there,
basically
so-
want to have a.
Or like this, right? Like
Well, I mean, we just want to draw an arrow like this, draw a triangle, essentially with them in the
okay.
middle. That's
yeah,
what
I
I'm
think
thinking.
I think a triangle with a little bit of space would be better too, because
Yeah.
I don't know, we
Alright.
just look like the prime target for a fireball right now.
yeah,
Someone
let's give
just
ourselves some
deleted
space.
Tim.
Tim is
Dead.
gone.
I'm sorry, I may have
Here.
deleted myself on accident.
Okay.
How dare you?
No, Tim.
I didn't know I could even do. You're saying I can delete myself?
that
I didn't.
that could be kind of a shocking diss. Why don't you go delete yourself?
Yeah. Delete your
Alright.
account.
I'll
You're
be
not
like
allowed to say that.
I'll be like 15 feet away from everybody.
Okay.
You guys want to spread out a little bit? Just
That makes sense.
like that.
Yeah, like exactly like this, and then with them kind of scattered in the middle.
Yeah. All right then.
Mateo in the back. So.
All right, let's move forward.
Okay.
Are we doing sneakily or are we just like walking?
I think we do want to try to. I mean, we are kind of walking in the front
We
door.
can't really sneak with this
That's
larger
true.
group.
Yeah.
All right, we'll just walk. All
Just
right,
kinda
what do we
leapfrog.
see?
All right, so as you guys climb up the stairs, I reveal the next big bunch of map here.
And there's a bunch of friendly people.
And no demons or devils inside.
Yeah.
Told it to revealed. All right.
Yeah. Maybe Mateo and I want to kind of like post up in this to see if we can get some cover from.
Ah, the suspense. It's killing me.
Down, Harry.
All right, so at the top of the stairs leading up to the cathedral, an archway opens to a long hall containing 8 columns. Some of the columns have been carved to represent Torm, but the infernal magic of Avernus appears to have wrapped the others to represent likenesses of a winged female devil wielding a luminous sword.
That's pretty cool, actually.
What? So is Torm still protecting this place or something? That's weird.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it
Did
was
the
just
music bot go?
It's better than losing one of my friends.
That's true.
I always wonder,
All right then.
do we get a new music bot every time? Or is this the same bot, the exact same string of code that's been with us the whole time?
Who knows? But yeah, you don't see anyone in this grand hall. It appears to be empty and abandoned.
Feeling empty and alone now.
Right. I'll go up to one of the doors. I'll see if it's open. Tim, Ezra, guys, you see a devil, you shoot it down.
I pull out my lyre.
All right. I'm walking up to this door. It's locked, right? Or
It is not locked. You are able to open it.
all right. I'll open it. What do I see? Oh, okay. I'll tell them to hold. I'll walk forward.
Where are the people? Panic.
Okay, I see a long ass hall. Alright, I wave everybody to enter.
Jay's got some murderous levels of
So
preparation
what
right
is
here.
is this a stairway going up, down, like?
Or
Hold on, I
chandelier.
can only do so many things at a time.
Oh yeah, no, I understand. Just
I closed the door behind us.
So you enter a grand foyer that holds 2 circular stairwells. The top one leads up, and the bottom one appears to lead down.
that seems. Tim's spider senses are tingling, like just because like you're talking about ways for people to get into and out of a room. So, maybe we can like just kind of pick a direction and like go and have our backs against a wall, something like this.
Never mind,
Like,
I'm lying. They both lead up.
Okay. I'm just gonna gesture that the group kind of that the people we're trying to defend, they kind of be up here for now. Just because we want to have kind of be facing.
All the sides the enemy could enter.
Yeah, we just want to have that kind of that that they're.
Keep an eye on the entryways.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just don't want to get flanked.
Okay.
Hey
Well,
guys, you guys have all probably noticed this too, but like, don't you think that if the whole town was holed up here, it would be a little more guarded?
no, I
Like
agree
at
with
least
you.
one guard.
No, I agree with you guys.
The guards might be with the people too.
All right. Where will they be, Rhea?
It's hard to say. They've been here so long. You would think they might have more cover down below.
Right. Oh, I guess there's some curtains in front of me, right? So I guess you guys hold here. I'll go up. I'll try to peek over the curtains.
Okay.
All right. I'll peek. What do I see?
And you immediately get shot with 20 arrows because you look slightly fiendish. I'm kidding.
Seems like there's nobody here. I'll walk in carefully.
I mean, the torches are still lit, but we are in hell.
All right. I come back and say I think it's clear over here. Go back.
Suspense.
All right. So as you enter this third area, this appears to be, you see an altar that rests on a raised dais in this broad hall. It's made beautiful. It's made of beautifully polished teak wood, and it's in the shape of a gauntleted hand that is clenched into a fist. As a large lever stands next to the altar, suggesting that it may have some sort of mechanical function.
Ah, the statue of fisting.
Would I recognize it, or any of us recognize it? That symbol?
Yes, it is the symbol of Tor.
Well, he's not gonna like what I said.
All right.
Rhea will jab you in your.
All right. I'll go check around where the curtains are in front of us, just to make sure there's no enemy surprising. You guys stay back here. I'll go around, and I'll guess I see dead bodies.
Yes.
And
So you see what looks to be a private chapel area. It looks like they are these areas can be curtained off and for small private ceremonies. But each of these chapels contain the bodies of dead guards, as well as the foul remains of infernal creatures that died during the initial attack on the cathedral. And you see columns at the north and south end of the area. But you do see one creature that appears to be alive. It looks to be a human that is still alive but looks injured in this area.
Okay. I think there's an injured person over here. I yell at the group. Ezra, and I walk forward.
Over here.
Okay, Tim is gonna stay back with the crew, just kind of post up in the center, just kind of trying to watch.
Okay. I get close to try to feel that she's still alive, or how badly injured is she?
Let's see.
Should Rhea should go over there and help out because she may have local knowledge.
No, it's better to keep you guys over there. It's fine if
She's
two of
the
us.
local. No, I mean I'm just saying because she's like, what if they're a Hell Rider or?
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
we
we've
could
never
probably just walk
encountered
her
enemies
over here. Yeah, it's better.
appear
It's
as
better
other
to try to
things.
keep enemies away from the major group.
Yes. It looks like he was unconscious, but you're able to rouse him, and he looks to be he has elven features. He looks sort of slight of build, and he appears to be fairly injured.
I feed him a potion, healing potion.
Oh,
Can you
that's
cast magic?
that won't be necessary. Yes, you see him as he starts to come to. He reaches into his bag, and he actually pulls out a handful of berries that he then eats, and he looks. It looks as though some of his wounds begin to close.
Oh, those are some good berries.
That's some weird berries you have there.
No, they're called good berries.
That's some weird berries you have there.
Yes, I was fleeing to the cathedral when everyone was attacked. I guess I fared much luckier than everyone else.
May I have your name?
Yes, I am Seltern Onbranch.
Altern, you're an elf.
I am indeed.
Huh. You're Were you traveling in the city or when they got teleported? Or...
No, I live here.
What happened here, and when did it happen, and where is everyone?
I don't know. I was searching for survivors and was attacked along with the other people that were here. I don't know how long I've been here.
We've come in and we haven't seen anyone yet. At least no one alive. Was this place, were there a lot of people here previously? Because we haven't seen a lot of people.
I don't know. When they came and attacked, I was knocked out. When I came to, there were still devils that were searching around up here. So I actually kind of played dead here. Was able to essentially trick them to ignoring what they thought was a corpse. And you would notice there's actually a fair amount of blood around his body. It appears as though he's probably been here for some time. It's dried, but they haven't come in a while. But to be honest, I was a bit too afraid to continue on. I was waiting for somebody else to come along or some sort of sign.
Poor dude's just laying there casting good berries and then going back to sleep for like a month straight.
Well, it hasn't been that long. This
Thank God.
was somewhat recent. Probably within the last week or so.
Well, we just arrived here, and as we've made our way through the city, we came here because we were thinking this might be a place of refuge where people had come. We've picked up a few strays along the way, people who were being attacked or lost, and so we're looking for the safest place in the city for them to be able to hunker down, as well as if there are, however we can help the city best. We're still trying to get our bearings.
Well, I would be happy to come along with you.
Oh,
Sure.
I believe that people probably would have fled down to the crypts. Probably would have been the most easily defended area.
Can you take us there? That's probably where we want to go.
Certainly.
wait.
I'm gonna peek back here though.
Okay.
Also noticed there were stairs going up in the prior room. Do you know where those lead to?
Yes, to the upper floors. I believe those are referred to as the choir level.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the catacombs below and the choir level above. All right, Harry, you take a peek behind there. Oh, oops. Reveal areas. Come on.
That's not ominous.
This private chapel holds a desecrated altar with a decidedly fiendish air. Once dedicated to Torm, the altar features have been defaced with blood, ichor, and torn strips of flesh lashed together with sinew and intestines.
That's disgusting. Let's investigate further.
All right, then I guess you should meet you should meet the group then, Sultan.
All right. And yeah, he would come back with you.
Would Rhea know this person or have any like kind of? Tim is just inherently suspicious since we are in one of the levels of hell.
No, but not to say that that necessarily that everybody in the city would know each other. It's not suspicious they don't
Okay.
know each other, but
Oh yeah, no. I guess I mean, but like like have a sense of like where they were in the like government hierarchy, and just otherwise be able to like vet this person. This is probably another one of those like fossil moments where Tim is just like reading way too much into it because he's just
yes.
kind of goofed up.
Yes, well, I'm dedicated to Sylvanus. This place is a good. This chapel caters to many different beliefs and religions, so I would come here often. But
And then that's one of the elven gods. So okay, we'd have something in common there.
there you
Gotcha.
go.
Okay.
All right then.
So
Yeah, I told
yeah,
you
you
to
see
explore.
stairs going up, back in these corners. By the way, as you took a look,
They look a little fucked up though.
let's
So
see.
Harry, what's going on? What did you see?
There's not much going on over there. I didn't
All
find
right.
anyone.
All right then. Well, we heard the people might be in the crypt, so I guess we should be heading down, not up.
Okay, how do we go down?
That's a great question. Is there any staircase going down that anybody knows here?
I found 2 more going up.
Rhea would step forward and would say, "Yes, there's a way to get down over here." And let's see.
Should we take a short rest before we proceed further? Kind of catch our breath and.
I don't know, it's not looking super relatively safe around all these dead
So
bodies.
she searches the altar, and she detects. She puts her hand or palm of her hand on what looks to be a panel in the palm of the hand, and she presses it down, and you guys hear the shifting of stone behind the statue. And you see what looked to be a secret stairwell that leads downward.
Nice.
Secret tunnel.
All right. Well then, everybody, should we get ready to go down?
Yeah, I'll hold up the rear.
I guess I'll go
with,
first.
Either Tim or Mateo.
Sure.
Is it
All right.
dark down? Is it dark?
You don't see any light, but you actually see behind you, Lulu appears to cast light, and she actually starts to glow.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
If
All right then.
if it's helpful, I can cast dancing lights to kind of create more light for everyone. But
All right then. I guess same formation.
I can cast darkness.
yeah,
And as this is revealed and you start to walk down the stairs, you start to hear voices. Not panicked voices, almost voices that are,
Humanoid.
yeah, human voices. It almost looks like, sounds like conversation. Like a large group of people. Like, you know, you would go into like a convention and you just hear a
small
hundred. You'd hear 100 conversations going on at once. It's just this din of noise that's echoing up from this chamber. And
Maybe we
that
should close this behind us.
is where we're going to end tonight's session, and we'll pick up there next time.
all right.
Well, congratulations,
Descending
guys!
into
You
the
made it to Avernus.
I just made it back
Feel
in time.
congratulated.
What?
It's over.
We won.
No, we just started walking down a very ominous secret staircase. So everything's fine, Rusty.
Is there any chance we could close that behind us before
Yes.
we end?
Yeah, there's a
Okay.
panel. There's a panel down below that you can press.
Fantastic.
Rhea would press it as soon as everybody's down in there.
It would just be a shame if we got everybody in the city killed.
Well, you didn't find any devils in the cathedral, so you would assume that it seems somewhat abandoned at this point. Other than what you've now discovered is several people down below. But yeah, we'll pick up there next time.
Nice.
Hey.